Scrimmels. Dun, 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 dun. Why is that in my head, bro? I like these, bro.
You jump to the right and you shake a hand, and you jump to the left and you
Are you
shake
doing
that
something with
hand.
Ozzy? Yeah, bro. We're gonna be casting solo series finals together. Solo series finals together. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it together. Not just me, not just him. We're gonna do it both of us because we are together. Think about it. I'm a longtime Fortnite viewer and player. I've been playing Ark. It's hard to play Fortnite. What do you think? I play both. I love Ark Raiders. I love Fortnite. I play both.
You jump to the right and you shake a hand, and you jump to the left and you shake that hand. You meet new friends.
Bro, okay, yeah, that had to in luck in terms of loot. So that's
Yep.
you know, not there. Iamzo has a good drop, but I just something about, you know, Iamzo's luck in certain tournaments and players playing around him. I just feel like there's going to be somebody on a mountain that just beams him.
Well, that's it. Okay, so did you watch EU much this morning? I know you said you
No,
were busy.
yeah, that was out.
Okay.
So.
Brutal. It is as bad as you think it's going to be with getting beamed out of the sky. It's worse. Like, it's insane. There was one game we watched Chap, Swizzy, and Malabuka, all of them not touch the ground in one game. All three just dead out of the sky. Swizzy and Amos both died before getting down to Labs one game. So both of them got killed out of the sky. Two of the three people dropping there. Like, it's just, there's certain drops that you just do not work on certain bus paths. You just have to like commit and just hope. So I don't know. Most of my Preds, I don't think are in those drop spots. It's most of these Eastern drops that seem to be the worst, where if you're like going far edge and the bus paths like here, you can kind of like pick them out. But yeah, it's bad. And the surge is brutal. Like, it is insanely brutal. So I'm most confident in Higgs. Clicks if he's locked in on how to play Storm. And my dark horse, I want to ask yours in a second. I'm going with Enough down here. This is my dark horse. I think if he beats Nako hard enough on EU ping, he's actually nuts at solos, and this drop is phenomenally good. Do you have like a dark horse that like almost no one's talking about? A full underrated pick?
Let me see. No.
It's tough.
Yeah, so it is tough in terms of like who I think no one would pick, because like
or at least like a slightly underrated one.
And I'm gonna probably get flamed for this. All right,
okay.
I'm going to get flamed for this. But it's 100% biased and just how well he's been playing in his own region. I think Poppy Blast has a good chance to place like top 10.
No, you know what? I don't hate your Poppy Blast pick. I'm gonna back you up here. I know you're a West boy, so you're biased by West. Poppy Blast is actually extremely good at solos, and I swear he has a god mental for it. I am slightly worried with Surge, but I think Edge map, if the launchpad thing was still in, I'd feel more confident if he was gonna like get in on that. And he's stuck between Bolts and Acorn. That's my biggest fear. But I will back you up there, and chat's going to flame both of us collectively. I think Poppy Blast is a random underdog pick for solos. He is actually extremely good at solos.
Because I could say Vert, but then I don't think Vert should be an underdog pick. You got an uncontested spot. You are with experience. I almost want to say Epic Well or like Virgo down there, but that's like like somebody has to switch drops, whether it's them or somebody else, in order to do good. So you can't pick them.
It's kind of weird,
yeah. So to me, it's just kind of like hard for like an underdog pick, because even my underdog picks, you have to look at them in their drop spot. And then
it's the drops.
Yeah,
the NA map is brutal. Like, so many of the big names are conned. I've got Electro in my top 10. I don't know if you mean like, I don't know if you follow Electro much. He's a super long-term sub of mine, so I'm biased as well. But
what's up, guys?
Him in solos is extremely good.
I saw that
third in the NVIDIA Cup. Got super unlucky in the last game. Probably could have won it. I'm just slightly scared that set lobbies though. Like, he's done well in good solo tournaments, like same with Craze, right? Like Craze won one of the old solo cash cups, but it's not set lobbies. It's just a different beast, and that's where I'm kind of like, I think we're both going for more of the old school players. The new up and comers, it's just hard to back them when we haven't seen them in set lobby solos, you know?
And I'm willing to be wrong, because usually when I actually invest my time into watching solos, when you look at the top 10, there's at least one person where you're like, I don't think anybody would have predicted that. I don't think anybody would have like guessed that, and I think that's gonna be here. So like, even looking at your list, I'm like, damn, Ozzy got a good list, bro. He knows what he's talking about. But I still think there's gonna be somebody that sneaks in there. Like you said, Enough. Electro, I think, is good. That can kind of sneak in there, and a few others.
I don't know if you looked at the EU leaderboard. Like, I mean, it sums up exactly what you're saying. Like, there's big names here, but Cringe, maybe if you're really tapped in, I don't think that's that underrated. Gonzo, I don't want anyone to pretend they predicted Gonzo would be top 3. Some kid in my chat's like, no, I definitely, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. No one predicted Gonzo Like, I think, what, 3K earned Norwegian dude to be top 3. Like, come
Yo,
on, he's the
Jazz!
GOAT, but, like, no.
What a
And then you've got,
perfect
like,
usage
again,
of that
most
prime
other
sub,
top
brother. I
10s,
love you.
Fishy's currently 50-50 conned on one. Like, I think he's 50-50 conned. It's like one of these, like, yeah, there. I think he's there. So Fishy's currently top 10 as, like, a no-earned Czech player going up against someone on this split. Like, it's solos. You never know what can happen.
Exactly.
And Kaiser's, no offense, I don't know who this is. He's Polish, so he's probably crazy as shit. 8K earned, I guess, but, like, it's nuts, man. I don't think anyone can predict solos efficiently. It's too hard.
Yeah, and you never know how somebody's gonna play. Like, I was even like scratching my head today. Like, I'm okay. When do I gotta get on? When do I gotta be prepared for this? I was looking at it.
Yeah.
2 days. I was like, 2-day tournament. I was like, when did this become like a 2-day tournament? I
Oh,
know
you
it.
didn't
I know
realize
it. Yeah, I know it
12
was always
games?
there. But then I was thinking and I know how a 2-day tournament works, right? Because
Yeah.
people don't realize, like, when after day 1 ends, there's a certain probability for you to be able to win or make the extra echelon of money because of where you're at in the leaderboard. So your whole play style has to change. And so, like,
Just
if you're
shifts.
not, but yeah, and so like the experienced players, top 10, when you're on the leaderboard, it's obviously much less stress. There's not that much mental that goes into it. But the younger players, the players that know they're going to be contested that second day, that's when everything's going to shift. And not to say anybody's just going to wander off their drop spot and target somebody else, but that's kind of what tends to happen. The different loot paths,
Genuinely.
trying to do something else.
Yeah, and I'm kind of looking at certain drops. Are there any drops you think are like, I'm thinking Chance gets conned. I don't think Chance holds this down unconned. I think he's crazy. I think he's super underrated. But anyone we say is underrated, it means other pros usually are not looking at them as that crazy. So Chance having that lockdown, I think, could shift a bit. I think Seek and Dolzy are getting this only for the 2 of them is a little bit wild. We'll see. They are, again, close friends, so I know people are going to be funny with that. I could see someone making a play on Clicks and Higgs to try to, you know how it is with Clicks, especially if people want a bit of attention. If someone's doing bad day 2 and they just want to get a bit of spotlight, like Clicks and Higgs is always going to be one of the go-tos. But Higgs did very well this morning on EU while quad conned at Wonky Land. So even if someone drops here, I'm still not worried that Higgs will do well, but we'll see. Chat, do we have word on whether Clicks is getting coached by Blood X or not?
Sides.
Because that will change my opinion a lot. I feel bad. Like, I don't want to say Clicks doesn't know what he's doing. It's just
Love
those
you,
heats,
brother.
when he wasn't coached
This is
versus
a new one
coached,
for
I
me,
mean,
so
that's
if
all you
I'm
need
not
to know.
fully close to the
He was
chat
on, what, like
and locked
10
in, let
points
me know.
3
I'm trying to
games, and then
give
wins the
Ozzy
game
all
when
the
he gets
respect
coached.
he
So it's like,
deserves.
it's a big difference. If he's coaching both, okay, so Blood X is bouncing between the 2. Okay, that has me even more confident.
I think, yeah, and I think regardless of what happens, I think somebody at least tries it one game simply because there is enough loot. And if you look at like those lethal labs or inner loop labs, whatever it's called now, like they got to go somewhere. Like, and that's what I've always said. You got to go somewhere, whether you're contested or not. Somebody's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And Wonky Land is one of those drops where throughout the course of solo series, it has had 3 teams. It had 4 teams.
Yeah.
In some cases, in opens, obviously, it has had 5 teams there. You know, people landing there. So people know there's enough loot there. If you play a certain way, you can survive. Get some loot, quickly rotate on out. Especially if you know Josh and Curly are contested off spawn, you could probably go from one side to the other and just steal, scrap loot.
Yeah, and I mean, look,
bronze.
like this being like this is
100
tip
bits,
top.
bro.
Is
You're no longer bronze. You're
What am I
gold.
looking at here? Is this
You're
tip top?
gold in
It
my
has to be.
eyes.
Yeah. This being quad conned and that being double conned. Obviously, the caliber of player, different level. This is what, 2 EU players, I think? But still, like, there's no way they drop in, they're sick of just getting pushed around like, screw it, I'm not just going to go 50 meters over here and see if this works a little bit better. We'll see. And then we got to talk about it again. I know it's like the buzzword I'm trying to avoid because kids keep getting triggered, but this surge, like, even if you win off spawn, if you take, like, if, you take a bunch of damage and you get the kill, it's not really worth what it used to be worth. If it slows down your progression of the game, like EU, the main difference I saw this morning was instead of Matt's first, then Surge, it's the opposite now. It's Surge first, then Matt's. Everyone wants to get their Surge and then go get their material in Storm because it's like harder to do it the other way around. So we'll see.
Yeah, especially with like the fishings, the way the gold works with the vending machines. I think there are different healing items with bandages and med kits, and since people can't carry all of them as solos, there's going to be a lot of scraps around. So I kind of agree with like being in the zone is going to be like meta for the most part and surviving the mid game.
For sure. Chat, am I missing anyone? We're going to do stream. Okay, so we're doing streams for a little bit, chat, just because of the 9-minute delay. But then the priority today will be replays. Obviously, me, Jacob, jumping on the mic. I want to cast it like properly. This start, obviously, watch some streams, but seeing as we're literally 1 minute in and they're not even in the game yet, all these guys have almost like, we're looking at 4 to 5 minute delays anyway. So we're most just going to sit in replays. I think will be better. So we'll see. Victor V2. Oh, do you think Victor V is going to be able to hold down that half of the drop spot? I don't even know why this is marked like this. There's just no world where it stays like this.
I don't think there's a world that stays like that either.
No way.
But I do think, depending on who it is, he can hold it down.
He's good.
I've always looked at Victor V as one of those players, like, you know, you can kind of see it with him playing with paper, is like, is if he has like a good IGL experienced person that can build the confidence, I think Victor V has the potential to be one of the greatest fragger type players that we have in the game now, maybe all time, because he is young. Yeah. But it's just, you know, even like with his duo on Minute right now, there's no like real IGL, there's no that real experience somewhere he can learn from. So solos where there's no one to rely on himself and his brute force, I think I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow squeaks in the top 10 either.
Yeah, I think he could do really well. I think Vic's also, like, he's had so many times now where he's had big tournaments conned, and, like, you know, I think Pops is a big part of that, as we know.
Appreciate
Pops is very
you.
Vocal in the scene. His mental's good. For a young kid, usually when you talk about young players like that, their mental's normally the biggest concern. I think his mental's actually, like, rock solid, too. So we'll see.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like in its own way blessed that he does get the HyperX Arena practice in person. Obviously, he's probably one of the best players in the region, but, I mean, when you're playing constantly, like, for money in person, it's a blessing.
True. That is actually true. I didn't think about that too much. That's kind of cool. I've been seeing like bits and pieces of that.
I don't know.
All right, let's see if Clicks is gonna maybe try and. Or Clicks already worried about the bus path. He's already freaking out. I mean, this could be Clicks or Higgs dying here.
Yeah, this both.
I'm not kidding. This could literally be Clicks or Higgs dying here. You can hear, right?
I mean,
yeah.
I pray I don't die then.
That's why I'm like, yeah, I gotta pray I got him down then.
If I do water here,
yeah, nice.
These boys are teaming.
Let's do that. Let's do that. That. All right, sweet.
You guys didn't hear too.
Okay.
We are going to be doing replays, but we're watching the streams for 5 more minutes.
This
going
could be really
into
bad,
replays.
chat. Like, I'm not kidding. This could be Clicks or Higgs dying right now, like before game 1 even technically starts.
I think this is almost the strat too. Is like you're going to be so slow to your drop, but like staying up this high, you're
one person level left.
The likelihood of getting beamed and render distance, I think, is less likely, and then you have much more room to drop down and wiggle around versus being stuck with your glider.
I think you go past.
This only works though. Let's be real. Let's the elephant in the room here. This only works if the person who's dropping the PY with you knows isn't going to push you straight away. You know, like if you try and pull this, you're banking on the fact that they're not going to gamble it. Because if Higgs is any other player and he gambles the regular drop, gets down super fast, and sees you floating, he's going to kill you. But we know that Clicks and Higgs probably aren't going to do that. Let's be real. Like
jeez.
Probably no intention to fight, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. I think it could. I still think like very Queasy Venom. I don't know if you saw that during the EU heats. People were shocked by that. Queasy got a gun
anybody else in the chat? What got sleepers? What predictions?
I'm gonna not take a free kill.
Hawaiian, sure.
You think I could kill?
Oh, it seems to be fine. I think he's fine. This was good. Oh, he's gonna try and get the gun to kill the guy going over there first. Wait. This was a horrific drop, no? I guess because it was just high going over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Higgs must have just gone straight down. I think Higgs went straight down. All right, no one's fought? Isn't Nako supposed to be conned by I'm Enough? Oh, if Nako is just giving up half the loot to I'm Enough too. Is he? He's dropping on the edge of it. Okay, he's not going straight into it. Okay. And then Akira. I know Akira's already got 1 kill. We've got a Frenchman. We've got an EU man on the board. 1 elim straight off the rip. I don't know on who. Isn't Akira not supposed to be here?
I like how he's playing confident too, though.
Yeah. But he's supposed to be on Sphinx at Humble Hills. Did he kill Sphinx game 1? I'm opening up FORTNITE chat for you to see. I'm spoiling myself.
To me, I'm over here just looking at the drop spot and seeing like who's changing right now.
Yeah. No. Let's see. Matches. Match 1. Is Sphinx dead? No. Okay. He killed someone that wasn't Sphinx. So Sphinx is presumably back to uncon Humble Hills, and Akira's going to land on the outskirts, I guess, which is really good for Sphinx. Clicks has audio bug. Oh no! Did he not load up a game after playing creative? Also, we know we were concerned whether it was going to happen or not, chat. We had a lot of questions whether it was going to be a split. Curly and Josh have fought. No spoilers. We were watching in replays, but I can confirm Curly and Josh definitely have fought. I'll tell you that much. One of them has lost. So what do we got? We got 3 more minutes. We can jump into replays, chat. But yeah, with this many delays, are we all good, chat, to just do replays like the
audio?
Time?
What's wrong with the audio?
Here, we've missed
Whose audio?
Getting an off-spawn kill instantly.
Mine? I feel like I can hear. So is it messed up in game?
It's just gonna be better.
Or on the stream? I mean,
this first game though, you're probably just gonna be able to like.
The way the kill feed ruined? No, it's okay. That's why replays is better too. At least when it gets spoilers too.
Yeah, unless you like move your camera or something and you're just kind of stuck.
Yeah. Or if it's like the P versus Poyu, I was willing to go to that length. For this, I'm like, we'll see. I just plan on being in replays the whole time anyway.
Is it better now that I lowered
We
it?
find it, or we find Lethal Labs, and this is a very aggressive fight for Lethal Labs. We're leaving ourselves super exposed. If there's 4 other players around me,
Yeah,
I'm not taking a fight like this in the open.
No, because as soon as they hear noise, they're looking on over.
Yup. And that was quick though. He kind of I like this from Neo. Kind of try to play the advantage, see if he got the opportunity, and then instantly stopped. Oh, yeah, he's got priority on the vending machine too. Do you like Slurps being in the vending machine? Do you like that change this week?
I don't mind it, I guess, because there's no med kits in the vending machine,
Yeah.
and so like it's kind of the same thing for me. So I mean, I don't
some
mind
wide
it, so to
heels.
say, as long as
Yeah.
like I don't know how much what the cost is for it, but as long as it's like relative.
It's 500, so it's 250 for big pots and 500 for slurps.
Oh, yeah,
so I
so,
think
I mean,
it's
that's
fair.
fine. Yeah, that's
because
fine.
it was kegs before, and kegs are just so useless. Even in duos, I didn't like kegs that much. I feel like they weren't really just that much value. So this is
Yeah.
Reds, by the way. I don't know if you know this guy. This guy has been a Wait, where was he from, Chad? Did he play Morocco? Yeah, he was a Moroccan player who played on EU servers as a noble mod, who's now come to NA with his family, and he's been looking pretty solid since he got here. Like, yeah, he's not like, I'm not gonna say he's like, oh my god, it's like Veno coming over to NA, but he's been doing pretty solid, which is cool. So
Yeah, I've been seeing
it's been
him,
nice to watch him
going up
progress.
against Oliver at what, Treetop.
Yeah. I think there's been that
There's
in
been
duos,
pretty
and then
good fights.
solos he's been doing. Yeah, he's been doing solid in solos too. So he seems like a cool dude. We got 1 more minute, chat. 1 more minute for replays, then we'll jump in.
It's like the longest, like 8 minutes that we always usually have
I
to go
know,
through trying to watch it.
happens. It always happens. The worst is when there's like no one streaming, you're just sitting there waiting. That is the killer. This is when you know it's bad, when I'm trying like my clock says 8 past, but yep, damn it. Trying to jump the gun.
Yep, that's
Almost
what
there,
I
Chad.
do. Or I just sit there. I'm
Guess
like,
who's
oh,
right.
seconds
looking
too
into
soon.
You just keep spamming it. Like, come on, let me in. Let me in. Oh, Clicks and Higgs aren't fighting. So let's see. So Clicks hasn't got his mats like crazy yet. He's left his wood. He's got a bit of metal, but he might be doing the same strat I was talking about with EU.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what Blood X is saying. Get early surge and then focus on mats. He's coaching Clicks first, which is interesting.
And I also kind of get why, because I think
Luke's not the worst, but
players are more
not
likely
the
to like be boxed up
Usually
and
play
not like showing themselves in solos versus in duos. You have the luxury of saying, oh, I got somebody watching my back, or
For sure.
somebody that can watch a different angle and get surged from another angle. So unless they're like
Yeah.
early rotating boxed up high, most people don't peak as much in solos.
I agree. And it's also just like right now with these ARs as well. It's
Yeah,
just
Moxie,
there's
I'm
so
doing good.
much
How are
damage. You
you?
can get so much damage quickly. And if you can then
Yeah,
get...
each
but
stream
even
is
then, though, if you can
different,
get a
so, like,
pistol
let
going to
me know
endgame,
here how the
Cringe,
sound
person
is.
who's coming first on
If
EU
I have to
right
lower
now, he
Ozzy
was actually running
specifically,
no shotgun
up the
some
game
games, but he
volume,
actually
something like
fished
that. I've
up
never done
Mythic
this
Pistol,
before,
I
so
think,
please, it's a
3
work in
games
progress.
out of
We can figure it
6.
out together.
And that was definitely a big part of his success, I feel like. The fishing strats was huge. And it just kills mid-game time. It's just his way of just killing time in the mid-game and just getting a bunch of loot and then just camping.
Yeah, which
All right, so Clicks. Let's watch Curly, chat. We want to watch Curly? I feel like this one's probably the best one. Out of all the spawn fights we can watch right now, I kind of want to watch this one.
Yeah, most
this is
time,
probably
even in
two of the
duos,
favorites who would have done well.
most teams usually fight. Obviously, it's different per team, but most teams I've seen usually fight at the spot.
Yeah, true. I think you kind of just have to. There's just not enough loot without it. Akon's dropping in, so Muzz is unconned. Illusion left? Okay. I heard rumors of this. People were pointing out to me Illusion is literally a mod for Muzz on Twitch. And, me maybe being
He
a
wants his
particular fan
job.
of Muzz here. Yeah, and I also kind of didn't want to point that out because I was like, I'll just leave it. But you guys, that's why I went to kids in my chat being like, bro, it's Muzz. Like, motherfucker, you didn't think I knew? I know it's Muzz. Muzz is my son. I knew he probably wasn't unconned anyway, but I wasn't going to draw attention to it.
Bro, there's a huge... Josh already has like 50 HP. Obviously, there's barrels there, but there's a mismatch. Oh, wow, what a loadout. Never
He might
mind.
get minis here, though. He's getting, gets big pop. We should be okay. They're splitting it straight north to south, though, which is kind of interesting to see how this plays out. I don't know which area of this building gets more loot, though. I think Josh gets more
I think
loot
Josh gets
from
more
main
loot.
building. Yeah. But I hate the build grid. If you tried to fight inside the main building with Josh right now, I hate the build grid there so much.
Have a rule, just don't go in the buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's fair.
In
Bushes, right?
Yeah, bushes are sometimes. It depends on my memory and my attention span.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. I get that. And you're on West as well, so it's kind of like,
Ooh, that lethal's looking hot right now. Josh has a loadout right now. He doesn't need anything.
Yeah. And Sphinx, so Sphinx has unconned Humble Hills. Akira ended up going against Bluish and took him down. It looks like Battlewood Boulevard hasn't changed too much.
Not
We have
too bad.
Noxie versus Dolzier. Wait, Dolzier is supposed to be at Riptides. So Dolzier has given all of Riptides to Seek, who was in my top 10. He's a really good solo player. And he's trying to go edge on Noxie. Doesn't work out, though. Looks like Noxy ends up pushing him off. Yeah, Noxy has the better loadout, but Dolzia survives it. But that's interesting. That's not how I expected that one to go at all.
Nah, but it's those tricks underneath your sleeve when you have the time. Sometimes it works in game one, and you got to switch it up after that. Or it's like the confidence that boosts you to keep on going. Because, I mean, my biggest example is the Invitational, and I know it's like 20 years ago by now, but, like, you know, Baka and Onwon at the time. You know what I mean? I know, you know, Onwon, who he is, but, like, they weren't landing on Savage at the time. They played him in scrims. It worked out. They said, why not? But Bolts takes down Poppy Blast, so, I mean, there goes that dark horse.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. But, yeah, it looks like Poppy Blast tried to make his way down towards Bolt's loot. Poppy Blast is supposed to be more up here, but
how's it sound
like I said, with Acorn up there, Acorn's actually pushed down towards Clawsy Lodge.
So
I think
it
he's
might
got eyes on the fact that he knows it's Curly and Josh too.
Tell him to up his
Curly
sound.
and Josh not forward? Curly and Josh didn't... Wait, did I miss Curly dying? Wait, what? Curly died to Acorn?
Oh my god, dude.
Wait, they didn't fight. Oh my gosh, wait, it was Acorn dropped off the mountain, came down.
Crash pad.
Big Abdullah. Yeah, he's just jumped straight on him. So he's gotten off the mountain early and taken down Curly while Josh just loots in the building. Okay. I saw the Curly died, chat, and I didn't know it was not to Josh, sorry. That is ridiculous. Okay, well.
And that's a big win, too, because Acorn now, you can obviously tell by his shield, he dealt more damage than he took. So now he has an Elim, extra loot to choose from. And as long as he rotates early to zone, which it's Acorn, you know he's gonna, he doesn't have to peek in a box.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to go back out. With him knowing Bolt is the main person back on the mountain, I wonder if he actually, instead of rotating early,
let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see. I'll let Ozzy know, and maybe we can pop it on.
If you get
I'm trusting Ozzy's driving
Storm's
right
the best
now.
place to be. Honestly, like, it's crazy, but I think he's going to go back out into Storm deliberately.
Yeah, especially if you get the launch pads, too. Not to keep, but, like, to rotate in, and then you obviously have your jetpack. Or if you do the jetpack launch pad trick.
This is interesting. Jerry's coming in and grabbing some of the loot that I imagine would have been Clix's. Clix is lurking around looking for it, but Higgs got his half of Wonky Land. It looks like Clix kind of getting pushed in a bit on his.
I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about. Like, Clix was kind of like looking for early surge. We heard Blood X in the call telling him he needed early surge.
Yeah.
And so when you go looking for it early, that leaves your spot open. We talked about, you know, Cartman Land having that spot for enough 3-4 teams landing here. They can still kind of split it. And I think Jerry's kind of knows that. I don't think he lands too far off, so I do think he needs loot, and he's willing to kind of look to see if there's any scraps left over.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, see what it means for Clix. Wait, this is a bit of a weird one. We got the skin. We got a little Spider-Man meme moment. Madeline Klein versus Blue, and I believe this is golden, right, chat? Madeline Klein is golden. Seems like he doesn't want to take a full fight, just some free 100 tags, rotate out. If you also didn't see, the surge thresholds on EU was roughly until zone 7, all you needed to do was not be minus 60. So that was actually the threshold for the majority of the game on EU, was not minus 60. So if you're even or positive at all, you're pretty much good until rotating zones, which is kind of wild. So like 100 tag, disengage, not the worst spot to be in.
Letting me do. All
right, that's a little fly around. Who we got? Anyone you want to look at?
Not yet. I'm just messing with my audio settings real quick.
Oh, you're chilling, bro. Yeah, you're chilling. Takes time. Yeah, no one really knows super big fights yet. We got a bit of a fight going down to the golf course. Jamidi gone up against
Preston. You tell me what's good. I can hear him good in my ears, so you guys tell me what's good.
A vending machine fight. We've seen enough vending machine lurks over the last few weeks. Preston can't take it. He turns into a cone. He wins it. Gets the stare, though. Goes for the stare option. Jamidi's stuck now. Jamidi's stuck behind the toilet. Preston runs out of builds.
Exactly. He's not going to be able to hold on. See, that's why he's taking out the right angle. At least if he farms this and breaks in the sidewall, at least has some mats to work with. But Gemini just got his life saved.
For it. He did. He got saved by the one single build. To be fair, I'm confused why Preston went for the ramp there, not the cone. I feel like the cone would have gave him so many more angles. But Jamidi, yeah, I think we know how this one ends. Oh, no, wait, what?
Oh, my
Preston?
God.
Preston, just shoot him, man.
Oh, my God.
Preston. Oh, my God. Okay, Preston, we're overcooking way too hard, bro. Just shoot him in the face with the shotgun. I feel like we're doing too much. That's got to be like game one nerves, right? You talked about like lack of experienced players. That's got to be nerves.
I think it's the fact that he also knew like he had no build, so that added on into the nerves right there in that situation, kind of fumbling around, trying to make the perfect play. I think that's going to happen early, but obviously, you know, the players that are new and inexperienced that might have those games happen early on, we're going to see, you know, players like even like Josh, for example, what they're actually made of as the tournament goes on. Vinny.
Hopefully. I mean,
Vinny, much love, brother. Much love, Vinny.
Game 1 is a little bit scary. I get
My
it.
goat.
Game 1 too.
Let me know if anything. Click his profile, make quiet, and turn the stream volume up. Guys, let me know if I gotta turn the stream volume up more still.
Like we're missing some big names, and
we'll do a little bit more up. Let me know if it's too loud.
Like make a name for themselves.
We're working it. We're working it. Thank you so much for helping too, by the way. Thank you all for helping.
10 grand for first, I think, on NA. That's pretty solid. That's not bad at all.
It's not. Well, I mean, maybe these players might feel different with how Epic has spoiled some of their prize pools in the past, but like $10,000 for solos is
that's still good.
Good chunk.
I think it's good. It's just good experience too. It's also a good way to get attention on yourself. Like
exactly.
We haven't had too many major tournaments right now to make a name for yourself. It's probably the first solid solo tournament we've had since the last solo series to be like, yo, okay, it's 2026, a bunch of big tournaments this year. I'm a solid player. I got like a 15th, let's say, even in solo finals. And that's enough to start getting your like rep up.
Yeah, and I've noticed one thing is like, as long as you're consistently doing well in solos, you at least get an opportunity somewhere down the line. So even if you think you're good and in duos and you're like, oh, I gotta play with Jacob as my duo, that's meh. But as long as you play well in solos, you're going to get those opportunities. And I haven't seen very many players who haven't got those opportunities. Whether they executed and move those opportunities into something better might be a whole different story. But there's usually at least a chance where the pro community and the tier ones will at least look at you. You'll get in the zone wars. You'll get in to a little group, and then it's just how you play from there on out.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, it's all networking at the end of the day. I'm feeling good about Higgs inside Wonky Land. Click's outside looking okay, but only 90 builds. 90 builds. We're using the campfire to gain a bit of health, which I'm not super mad about. I'm guessing Clicks does have a little bit of his early surge. I wish the HUD would show me what his mats are. Okay, so he's got 2-3-3 basically. He's going for a fly strat here right in front of Frank Castle. Chad, who's Frank Castle again? Oh, they got good aim, whoever they are. Oh, we're hitting shots.
That's the Punisher, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I know that one. That's the part I do know. I'm trying to figure out who it's Cade. Oh, it's Cade. So it's EU controller player. So he's dropping. He's one of the 4 people at Tip Top Terrace. So he's gonna be pretty shambles as well.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be somebody that's gonna play zone a lot, especially on these pulls particularly.
I mean, I'm not feeling good. I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling good at I'm seeing clicks fly.
I don't like this at all.
Campfires. We've been hit for over 100. I think multiple times. We got a bit of our loot stolen. This is just a very, very rough start to clicks right now. 87 alive. As you can see, again, new Surge has got a lot of people playing deep into Storm. Like, there's more people in Storm than Zone almost, but Clicks, I'm not worried about him being in Storm. I am worried about the Surge, though. Like, he has to be negative right now. We didn't see him do too much damage.
I'm just worried about his loadout overall, and it's like almost another max pull on top of that one. He has a far way to go south, and he's just, in my opinion, taking too long since he's already out of zone to try to beat these other teams on dead side. So he's going to be stuck in rotation after rotation, rotating all next to these other teams. So even if he accumulates Surge here, all it takes is one mistake for him to get tagged up, and then he loses all of that positive Surge right here. Exactly.
And look how many people there are, though, as well. Like, you play Storm, but everyone's playing Storm these days. We got Hari up on the hill. We have Blanks up on the hill.
EU's bigger region, FTK. Do you guys see Clicks and Higgs at the vending machine? I did not, Dom. I don't think so.
Bumpy Bay at least, but yeah, he's put himself in a rough spot, and he has no white heals right now. So this is like, we have 35 seconds to figure something out. That's it. Otherwise, we're down. We'd have to get to that mending machine, which he only has 225 gold. So he can buy one patch up if he needs to, but that's not going to put him into a fantastic spot. He's going to have to fight here. I think Clicks is going for a fight. He needs to sneak past them. They're not going to leave any meds here. If they crack him, they're going to key him. They know he's been in Storm this whole time.
Yep.
Oh, Clicks, 6 shield, 14 health. I mean, and we got to be at least negative 200. We're negative 200 at least. So we are going to be below Surge 100%.
And his
we burned through all our material. We're 21 builds as we try to make our way here. Oh, we're still 34 above. So there is people in this lobby who've somehow gotten farmed even more.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough situation for Clicks because now the zone's already covering in, so that patch-up's already going down the drain. He can maybe get some extra heals here, but if you look at his material, he needs an elimination. It's a 100%. Clicks has to fight somebody here, and that's Golden right in front. That's his only real opportunity. As more and more teams rotate away, it's going to get harder for him to fight anybody else.
But
yo, Tishy,
the golf cart.
Let's go.
Thoughts?
Tishy,
come on. That's mobility, straight dead center. No, okay.
No. I wouldn't, but like I also like in the very first Fortnite tournaments ever, when I was managing Ghost, I tried to
Yup.
rotate with one of those, and no.
Straight beams.
There,
Just
there goes
gone?
my
Yeah.
game one, gone.
26 below, 23 health, 44 shield. We only have 2 minis right now, so Clicks has to pull off an insane fight. And again, if he wins this fight, even if he takes damage back, though, he's probably still gonna go fly. Yeah, this is a Hail Mary. We're just Hail Mary. We're throwing it downfield. We have to hope someone's in the open. We are 7, 6. We're getting it at 7 HP, 44 shield, 7 HP. We're flying headfirst into Madeline Klein. Something I think a lot of my viewers wish they could also do. Oh, Clicks gets in! And he goes down. Unfortunate. A very, very rough first game here for Clicks.
Yeah, that's kind of like I was saying. Like he kind of let him get away, and I know it's not he let him get away because he had to box up and heal, but letting Golden create that distance, making Clicks go on the chase, there's just so many opportunities to get the damage. And this is where I'm hoping Clicks is going to have a learning experience after each and every one of these games, to where when the zone pulls that far away, you're going to need to beat all these other kids on the rotation, because exactly what you were saying. Look how many people are still like in zone, even not going farther inside zone like Yamso was, where they're positioned, where it's still a max pull for them. And you know as well as I do, nobody wants to rotate. They want to shoot first.
Yeah.
So being stuck on that far rotation, it's like you're setting yourself up for failure.
It's just brutal. It's not even the fact that there's just players on the edge. It's some of the best players too. Like this is, again, if everyone's playing Storm, because that's the whole idea, right? Storm's a safe place to be. No one's there, can't get damaged. But if everyone's doing it, then it loses a lot of its strength. But Higgs, this is the favorite for a reason. That's 1 Elam on the board, 3 points, 150 builds, 200 above. The loadout's looking solid. Gold pump. The worst thing right now is the 2 minis, but I mean, I believe Higgs probably has some extra gold from that. You can easily convert this into big pots, and I mean, it goes to show why Higgs is one of the favorites right now. Similar situation to Clicks, but very different story right now.
Yeah, Higgs has a lot of gold, even though it's like bugged. If you see like the infinity symbol, usually it means they have 1,000
That's a
plus.
lot.
Yeah, usually it means they have 1,000 plus. So he's going to be able to kind of use it as he pleases. Maybe pay to win game number 1. We'll see where it's zone ends up.
I mean, we're going south, though. That's the only thing that scares me right now for Higgs. We are going very south. I feel like with a different zone, and the Punisher takes down a Longo. If we had a more north zone here, I think things would be looking fantastic for Higgs. Also, the strength of that Storm play is to hopefully pull the half-half, be able to fly straight into dead side and get an easy position, but zone is not max. And if this pulls south again, I'm very scared for Higgs right now, but no one's really looking. Some serious plot armor on Higgs right now. Gets to fly straight into the hangar. But and he gets a decent zone pull. Wait a second. Okay, Higgs not in the worst spot. I think
this is looking
only
good.
one mending machine I'm aware of, though. We have one mending machine over here at Sus Studios, and I think that's whoa. I don't know what this bug is, though. This is a weird replay bug. I'm sorry that Higgs' POV looks so weird. All right, let's check some of our other big names. Seeing Muzz on the edge. Muzz, Acorn, Sphinx, Craze. This is 4 of the big players all here in Sphinx.
Kaz just got eliminated there by Sphinx. He's on the edge. Everybody's going to try to spray in and get some of that. Doxy's pretty good, too. I don't know where he lands, but I know he's somebody that has like a lot of potential to kind of pop off in certain moments. Epic Whale goes down to Shark, man. That's a big loss right there.
Mr. World Cup, 3rd place goes down. Still holding on to his solo prestige. Jagu gets a good zone over here on the edge. Seek, out of Riptides, looking very solid. Noxy, Akira, again, doing very good work on EU, and we'll see how it goes on NA. A lot of the high ping players are going to probably struggle a little bit here.
I'll run some prids after this game. After this game, we'll start running prids every game.
Of the big names getting decent zones. Who got a bad zone? Anyone in particular looking out for? J6 over here, reciprocal. No, most. Yeah, actually, most I mean, it's probably a sign of experience. It could just be RNG, but it seems like the majority of the expected to do well solo players much, much closer to the zone. Yomzo, right on the very edge, I think is in here. Only 63 builds, though, 67 above.
Yeah, so Yamzo's going to need either an Elim or to just steal loot away from somebody else. But this is where I kind of look at the difference between the younger players and then somebody like Yamzo. He's kind of more calculated. He takes his time a little bit more, assesses the situation before he has to go. And he's realizing probably now I only have 63 builds. I'm going to need an Elim eventually. So instead of waiting till he runs out of builds, I know Yamzo's probably going to set up something soon. Especially only being 49 above.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, it's a do or die at this point. But if you wait too long, like, you see it from the experienced players. A lot of people play every build out. They're left with 2 builds and they try and jump in. It's just so much easier to go for that refresh when you have more to work with. But zone pulls completely opposite. Acorn, still 300 above, though. We did see him get that early elimination. There's Rapid. One of your picks through extremely well. That's no Elims, but he does get the refresh. 100 builds, 3 medkits, 5 minis. But again, also 67 above. That number haunts me. We're doing very well on everything but Surge. But at the same time, he doesn't really need to do that much damage here. It needs to just make the next rotate without taking damage. I'm pretty sure The surge threshold for any of these players rotating right now is only going to put them more above if they just don't take damage, because this is a full opposite zone pull.
And we're going like up onto a hill and then down that hill on the other side of this rotation. So got to be cognizant of like kind of when you rotate, and that's why I think rotating now to get onto the hill and then rotating again after that might be a play we see a lot of these teams. Bolt's going to be a little bit late to rotate out. Secretly does it, 250 above. Bolts knows he does not have to worry about ever peeking again or going for a shot. 74 builds, he has good heals. He's just getting to the front side of zone. I don't think we're going to see Bolts on a low layer unless he runs out of material.
Yeah, I don't think so. And this zone still has the potential to pull back up. If it goes down into the POI and then back up and you go those low ground
What's up,
layers, a
Lotto?
little bit rough. Victor V.
Not stacked like EU, but hey,
Johnny coming through too. But most people late rotating haven't been punished too much yet. There's no one established on height. We have Sharkman and Cam kind of positioned for a Sprite. Mr. Reboot round back in Chapter 7, by the way. My man's looking good. But at the same time, no one's on height. So usually what we saw in EU, whenever this happens, people just fly around in the sky, just kind of float, trying to eat up as much placement as they can. As Ritual 130 below, trying to take on Muzz, and that's too easy for Muzz. That's 3 points. Not too much loot, not too much surge, but Muzz is looking really good right now.
Yeah, he doesn't really even need too much loot here. He gets extra materials. He can go ahead and farm out, build himself space, come back. He even has a treasure trove behind of some extra loot. Now he's just giving himself an options right here. What do I want to bring? Big pots. And then since he does have those floppers, you know he's just going to wait, take some damage, give himself an opening in the backside of zone when everybody else has to rush in, and then use that to jetpack out to safety. It's a smart rotation by Muzz, especially being 274 above the threshold. I think this is like a 200 IQ play in terms of what we're seeing so far.
This is fantastic. Yeah, no one's looking this far back. You might take maybe 1 or 2 tags, but he's 300 above. He's going to float a little bit. Looks like high ground's probably a bit more established now. No, still no one really on it, but Muzz wants to get straight down. Braids here on the front side too. I think Braids is going a little bit under people's radar. Sphinx makes his way in too. So Sphinx already in. Seek, Ilushin, Jagyu. Keeping eyes on where bolts go. Rapids up in the sky, and oh, that's where everyone is. Never mind. Okay, we got Vic up here. We got Higgs. We got Shadow. We got Dolls here. Everyone chilling, taking it easy. This is how you know no one's on high ground yet, because everyone's just taking their time. Bolt sets up on a high layer like he said he would. Beautiful position. No reason to go down lower. 49 builds left to his name. Still has that slurp too, so he's got a lot to work with.
See where this next zone goes. You see it pulling towards the south yet again. What I like about the zone is it's not recycled builds for the most part, so that means somebody's going to run out of materials. We should see a decent amount of action. With 37 alive, it's not as stacked as some people said in my chat as EU was, but you're going to see a flurry of players also get eliminated because they have no materials, no jetpack. Muzz goes down, Electro falls, Revise has just been eliminated. Top 34 here, so Storm Surge isn't necessarily done just yet, but if you've done a certain amount, you know, just like Higgs, you just got to rotate. And him too, you can see he's very blessed when it comes to those materials. 500 on that dot, and he's just trying to keep himself ahead of the zone, and that's going to be the biggest thing. We're seeing a lot of the solos that are healthy. I
mean, there's still big names in this one as well. I'm seeing.
I move my hands a lot.
Bolts. I think Sphinx,
you know, I'm trying.
Takes the early high ground, repping the controller game. It's usually one of the biggest things we've seen come out of solos. A lot of the controller players struggling a bit, especially in the surge trade meta. Stepping up, which has been nice to see. Dolzier, one of our high ping representatives. Chavi doing it for the Mexican game. Gets an Elim onto Braids. J6 still here as well. Ishu. We have LeBron, Johannes. Jagyu on the low ground. So we've got quite a few of the big names in this one. Sphinx is there too. 3 eliminations. Who's leading on the Elims? Actually, Craze. Craze has 4 Elims potentially. Thank you to that mythic pistol. And it's Reds up above. It's our Noble mod that I talked about earlier, who's on high ground on NA. My man is the NA import who kind of went under the radar. I think most pros on NA couldn't even tell you who this is, but he's making a big play game 1 and looking solid.
Yeah, he needs an elimination for loot. I know that kind of sounds stupid, but there's still 2 zones left. That's good materials for now, but it's not enough to get you to the end of the game. Higgs getting pressured from both sides, down below and up above. Gets out of the box. Knows Taki's going to keep on putting that pressure down, but there's only so much he can do. 9 builds. Taki trying to steal away that elimination, but does not get it. He's not going to get any of the loot either, so he's forced to just throw down layer after layer, sneak around. He has to stagger himself, Ozzy, right now, because he has no builds. He cannot take too many storm ticks, but gets a good shot on the Craze, but Craze just bests him, turns and burns, takes him down, but now look at the position that he's in.
I mean, if that was almost anyone but Craze, I would have felt like that was a fine play, but Craze just turns it on him with almost no builds. My man pulls it out. 2 builds left for Craze, though. He's playing Shamble refresh to refresh. 1 build. Someone jumps in on him. Craze has to survive. He has that mythic pistol, the most amount of DPS close range, but can't put it to use. Shadow getting a second elim, 14 builds. Rapid still in this one. Sphinx, it's a who's who of NA. Jargu still here as well. Scare up above. This could go any way. I genuinely don't know who wins this. This is some of the best players on NA.
Yeah, nobody has any heals down below. This actually could go to Jargu, though. He has a decent amount of materials to keep himself healthy up above. 21, he's spraying down below. Nobody else really has materials, so eventually he's going to start hitting those shots. Bolts hits one of his own. Down goes Sphinx. He's going to land in 6th place, but he gets the Siphon Mats. That's going to be the biggest difference maker here for Bolts. Even without HP, it's giving him time. It's giving him confidence to push forward. Elim after Elim. Higgs takes down Shadow. Jargu takes down Higgs. Our final 3 remaining here with 1 player stuck in the middle. That's Jargu. He's going to need a miracle here, Ozzy, to survive.
I mean, Bolt on the low ground, he used a bunch of his builds. He went for the high ground chop, couldn't find a position on front side. He's got 6 builds left. Jargu's got 6. They're on even footing. I love the fact that Bolt has the powerful pump and the mythic pistol. This comes down to 1v1 here. I think Bolt's one pumps Jargu if he gets close enough. Rotates the ram, gets the 50-50 pick, hits the 8 tag, gets time to follow it up. Jargu misses. They drop on the wall. Bolt gets the siphon, secures the high ground. Scare maybe went too hard, too early. Out of match. He's on the low ground, 30 HP. It's fish in a barrel, and Bolts 6 elimination win. We saw it early on in rotating zones. He had everything he needs to succeed, and why Bolts is one of the best solo players. 6 elims. Oh my gosh.
Almost perfectly played at the end, having to go in and outside of the zone just to survive, running out of mats, and just getting that elimination. Honestly, that final elimination before he entered the top 3 was probably one of the most important eliminations he got, because it gave him the materials. I think he got like 200 mats, and that allowed him to not only take the high ground, but protect himself from getting shot at.
I mean, that's a good looking top 10. Whatever
one.
we want to say about solos, the meta, this and that. Bolt, Jargu, Sphinx, Higgs, Scare, Chavi, probably more underdog performance. Craze, Shadow, Jasic, and Victor V. So it's like we talked about. You've got those names in there that you know of, but you maybe didn't have eyes on, but you've still got those big titans. I mean, Jargu in second too didn't really look too much at that. That match is off. Sorry, 1 sec. I'll turn that off now. Don't spoil. That was close. Thank you, Maris. There we go.
Yeah. I had to do that too.
Almost a spoiler. Thank you, chat. That's good, though. What do you think of game 1? That was a good game.
I loved it, and that's what I wanted to see out of Bolts, because I was even questioning, like, after Globals, right, those competitions, him and Acorn were looking like one of the top teams, right? After Christmas break, 2026, it kind of seemed like, they're sluggish to get back into things, so I think this is a good wake-up call for someone like Bolts, because Acorn, obviously, he's the IGL. He doesn't really need to do much and have an impressive performance in games to actually affect the games. Bolts actually needs to be on point for him and Acorn to kind of, like, have those top tier performances. So to see that kind of life in game 1, like, it just reminds me of when he won DreamHack at Atlanta on LAN.
Yeah, I love seeing. When I was in the dig house, Bolts was living there as well, and I love Bolts' mentality towards the game. It's actually really good. He gets kind of like some flack sometimes for getting like a bit triggered, but doesn't seem to affect his gameplay too much. But he's got a extremely good work ethic when it comes towards Fortnite. Like he takes it seriously. I think sometimes he can get a bit pricklish when it comes to like as a teammate, which I think he's worked on a lot recently. But when it comes to solos, when it's just sheer work ethic and talent, I mean, it's hard to beat Bolts.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think Bolts might be, and it's more of a might be one of those players that it's about his surroundings. If he's surrounded by people who are motivated and grinding the game, it's going to make him kind of want to grind the game. But, when the breaks happen, people go home for the holidays, whatever happens, it's kind of hard to stay kind of on it. But it's good to see him back, like, in the good form.
You can.
Yeah. I agree. That was a good game 1, though. I enjoyed that. Chat, how we feeling? That was good. I mean, I will try and, like, again, this goes to you, Jacob, so if you want to, like, mute in between games, when you, like, talk to your chat or anything, I'll probably, like, do it before we jump into replays, chat. I think as soon as we get into replays, we go into replays. Thoughts? I mean, that was way more fun. I'm doing the opposite. I feel like stole myself from just getting kind of locked in. There was one point you were casting, and I'm sitting there watching, and I felt like I was just watching you, and then I was like, oh shit, I need to talk. Like, this is my
exactly. That was like one thing, because like I casted with in my first season, I was with Takada, Sundown, Panda, and Clay. I casted with 4 different people, so it was like figuring out what is the style, what works for both of us. But
you're killing it, bro.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna take off this hoodie because I'm already hot and sweaty. Give me 1 second.
Ooh, I like that. We're getting into it. I need to set up.
All right, y'all, put a prediction up. There's 5 minutes on the prediction. The first one, might as well get them going. Just want to know, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. My first time ever collabing on my own broadcast. Obviously, I cast with different people. First time being blessed, casting with Ozzy. Have my mic muted. I'm a little nervous. Don't tell him, but just know that I want to say I appreciate y'all right now. All right. Might have been the wrong one. I got you.
I don't know how that even just happened. I swear I copy and pasted it right. I'm just old, bro. I don't know. Let's see.
It's happened to me.
It's because I got
before.
so many tabs. There we go. Okay, now I'm good. Now I'm in the right tab. There we go. Okay, chilling. All right, there we go. That I don't think we can get in just yet, but it's kind of hard because if you don't skip forward and you watch the whole delay through, you can actually skip pretty quick. But it's weird because the games are what 23 minutes now, not 28. So it's like messed up my whole internal clock of how long things take. Oh, there you go. Yeah, we're straight in. Nice. There we go.
I think the first one, for some reason in my head, even though the games start at 10, for some reason it doesn't show up on tracker till 11, and so that what throws me off. So the first game is like 8 minutes. It starts on the 8, but every other game after that is not.
Oh,
or it starts at 9 minutes, and every other game is 8.
Yeah. I mean, just we got to get back to the 5-minute replay delay. Man, it'd be so nice. This isn't too bad. Like once you're just fully in replays and you just don't really care, you just go straight back in. It's good, but like even when we're trying to watch like. I remember Doom season trying to watch like P versus Poyo off spawn because then nick off and then come back to replays. Like that was getting mad annoying. I was like, please just give me just a 5-minute delay. It would be so much nicer. Not even llamas in the game anymore. Like it's fine. It's all good. I will keep staking my claim on this. Now, who do we want to watch again here? I mean, it looks like, I'm surprised. It looks like Curly and Josh aren't fighting. That wasn't a Curly and Josh initiated fight. That was Acorn. They look like they weren't fighting at all.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Curly's like got an absolute floater. Is Curly not dropping there anymore?
Curly was probably scared of the bus path. Curly was scared. This is exactly what we're talking about with Clicks and Iamzo, how they reacted a little bit differently. Curly reacted to the buzz path. Josh did not. Early damage for Josh, and I'm surprised he's not pushing over yet, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's beelining here right now.
I don't think he is. I don't think he wants to like mess up, you know? I don't think he wants to force Curly to be too aggressive early on. But yeah, I think he'll take a free kill, but it looks like he doesn't want to key over. But yeah, it's like we talked about. Yeah, you can gamble on just going the buzz path. But if you try and do a floater and the other person just gambles it, they have the advantage over you. Now, I believe, is Jargu conned? Where's Jargu? Jargu, no. Jargu isn't conned, so he is unconned. Okay.
That's a good spot to be unconned solos, too. That's a really good spot.
This is very, very solid. This is where Fishy's currently 9th on EU Wolcon, so it definitely has the potential. Oh, he is conned, is he? He got the kill. Oh, he has one kill. My bad. Was that out of the sky, though? Let me check, because I thought he was supposed to be uncontested.
Oh, on Aoxy. Yeah, there should be a uncontested. I know Aoxy's uncontested, unless he's just contesting Aoxy all of a sudden.
Oh, it might be Aoxy. Yeah, Aoxy dropping on Aoxy's landing on him.
No, Jargu's landing on Aoxy.
Oh, damn.
Jargu was supposed to be contesting Ritual. And now he's no longer contesting Ritual.
Interesting. Okay. So he's now dropping over here. Okay. So he's dropping at the gas station, which means it's going to be tough. That's really good for players like Bolts, though. Having the person right behind you contested every game. But what is a pretty 50-50 drop? J-Sick. Oh, he's going to go down out of the sky. 51 points, game 1. Dead out of the sky. One more.
Oh, he can't even build. He has no gun, no materials. This is one of them drops.
Wait, who's got the eyes on him? Is he out of render distance?
Yeah, the guy turned around.
He's out of render.
Yeah, he turned around.
5 HP. Nice. 5 HP. Not even close.
He just has to worry about the one guy in the water to the south. Yep, never mind. That was him.
Oh.
He just has to worry about
Okay, well, Highland base killer. I'm a bit worried for Sinks here at Humble Hills because Akira's just gone down early game 2, so Akira's not having the best results.
Yo, Guac,
from
just know I love you, brother.
Things up, so I
love you. I'm trying to focus as much as I can on the games and being knowledgeable. But I love y'all.
But that's a lot of loot. Bass killer is Slepsy. Okay, is it base or bass? I'm gonna guess it's base, but it's scared. This is a big change. I don't know if you clocked in this one, Jake. I don't know how tapped in you've been. They changed these back to metal. So Painted Palms got a huge buff in this week's update. These random like flower alien things are back to metal. So you get basically cap metal, as you've just seen from Scare, almost instantaneously in this building. So that is very, very good for Scare, who looks like to be splitting Painted Palms with G-Money, but Muzz is coming in. And that is 2 games in a row Muzz has been unconned. I think the Illusion mod for Muzz call was real, and I think it was a bait. Muzz is now going to be uncontested, which is huge for the tournament.
Almost no excuses. So we got to see him get that consistency up.
True. Wait, is Acorn?
Oh no! Does he know he's in there?
Wait, he doesn't know he's there.
Nope.
Okay, so Acorn is landing on the mountain and just insta crash padding on anything of value, but he doesn't know the player's here. Do we think Acorn clears this, or whether he just gets slammed? I mean, what is it? Where exactly is he hiding? So he's hiding on. He's inside.
Yep.
Is he going to try and? Oh, he's baiting. He's baiting the cash register for the gold.
Oh no!
Oh, well, I mean, Acorn.
Acorn don't need gold, right? Acorn don't need gold. Yeah.
Oh, weight goes down to 75. Can Acorn get out of it, though? This is such a rough position. Hits him 105. Does Acorn win it? Got him behind the wall. Got the stare and goes for the toe shot. It's the big Abdullah, baby. Oh, my gosh. How has he just won that? The pressure. Gets hit twice in the back of the head with auto shotgun. Survives it and then somehow wins it on 75 health. I mean, the ping diff as well. I have to imagine that guy just couldn't take that wall even if he tried.
Yeah, but I also think, like, obviously when you compare Acorn in a duos and a trios lobby and the people he's playing with, there is a little bit of a difference. But Acorn is not a bad fighter in the sense of, like, a straight-up 1-1 fight. And that's why I love to see the confidence coming out of him in back-to-back games to jump on Curly in game one, but then to take that fight as well and win it after getting shot first in surprise attack. So I'm impressed.
I'm a bit worried here, though. It looks like Curly kind of wants a bit of revenge. My man is playing aggressive, and I don't know if Acorn's running anonymous mode, but there is a good
my
chance
brother.
Curly knows who this
8
is, at
months
least
in a
from the play,
row.
or even
8 months. We're almost going out of here.
We'll see.
A sell on that
Curly
Kids
is
and
really
Elmo. I
looking for this.
agree,
know he
bro.
wants the medal. I think
Always
the
runs
gas
the
station
first
for
few
the
games
medal
of solo tournaments.
makes
Later
sense,
games,
but
I'm
he
going to
seems
choose
to be
Higgs.
lurking
Okay,
for more
Eshi.
than just the medal. He gets 2 tags from it. Not bad. I don't think
New
Curly's
players
gonna
are
be
nervous, Dex? I think
aggressive
so.
enough to run him down like that, but I don't know. Curly seems to have a game plan. It's probably so. It looks like Curly lands north side Clausy, gets that building, and then rotates towards the gas station. And Josh is going to loot south side and then rotate towards Yomzo, I guess, maybe. Which, let's be real, they don't. Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
This is a duo.
Center map
Yeah.
as well. There's good mountains there where he goes though as well. So I mean, I think there's plenty for him to rotate down towards the south. Even if some of that loot gets scavenged, it's good positioning if the zone does go kind of center map. If it pulls far, obviously it's just early.
Yeah.
Neo's lurking around.
Yeah, this is the problem with the gas stations. The gas stations just attract so much attention.
It's a hot
It's metal
spot.
and it's vending machines. So it's just every gas station, you're going to get people collapsing in on you. And Jargu doesn't realize that L lurking up behind him. Jargu's got eyes on Neo, and then L being did it, who is, again, at least in the Cash Cups, L, I've been quite impressed with watching solos. A very, very good solo Cash Cup player. Set lobbies, we'll see. I think L's one of those newer players. Haven't seen as much from them, but oh no. Jargu gets shot in the back from one person lurking on him while he's looking at another lurker. And then is getting lurked up on by King Neo. I mean, Fredoxy has done insane damage to this meta. Oh,
I think
Jargu.
King Neo did good in heats consistency-wise, didn't he?
Does Jargu know?
Oh.
I'm gonna guess he doesn't know based on the movement patterns right now.
Nope.
I'm not a Fortnite body language expert, but this is not giving me great confidence for Jargu knowing that he's getting lurked on here. Neo is just going for it.
It almost seems like he's opening up his map. Oh my god, no. It almost seemed like he was opening up his map the way his movement actually was.
Yeah, he was definitely distracted. He was opening map, checking where he was going. Thought he dealt with one, but I mean, now it's the slurp as well. Jargu had good loot. He had
Jargu playing zombies.
Second place down and out early. Bolts and Sphinx looking good at the top of the leaderboard there. A lot of players are moving around here, though. As soon as they hear it, they sniff it. They hear the visual audio, they see the fight, and everyone just comes looking for it. How's everyone else doing? Clicks. Inside Wonky Land, things look a lot more composed this game. 3 slurps, 2 bigs, 110 builds, 900 gold still left, so Clicks easily can buy another big pot. He's essentially got 6 bigs right now, and Higgs is chilling as well. So, okay, so game 1 didn't unsettle him too much, hopefully. It looks like we're settling into things.
Let me see zone real quick. Okay, so we gotta, it's gonna pull northeast somewhere. It's gonna pull northeast somewhere. So they're eventually gonna have to rotate off. But Iamzo's fine, Jack's fine. I think Rapid's fine. Muzz, G Money. This is to me, this is a game when I'm looking at this zone. Those are the players I think that might need to take advantage. Obviously, if it doesn't pull there, forget everything I said. But just looking at it, it's already pulling up. It's already pulling towards the east. And the way zones go, they usually have 1 more big pool, 2 more big pools around 4th, 5th zone.
Yeah, I could see it. And then, I mean, I'd love this for Clicks and Higgs.
You don't like the AR choice? Okay, Lucifer, why not?
As well is looking really nice. A lot of other people already on it as bolts. Is getting pressured by Poppy Blast, maybe? Oh, no, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. I was like, what are you talking about? I don't see Poppy Blast anywhere, bro. Oh,
Yeah,
neither
Bolts
does
doesn't
Bolts.
see him either, evidently. I mean, we're not going to have first and second both go down to lurk players in game number 2, are we? Like,
No.
this is just...
And I don't think Poppy Blast is going to be able to hold the wall the same. Like, I don't think Bolts
very
is
true.
going to edit straight out just like that.
How
I'm
confident
hoping.
are you, though?
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. If he edits out straight into the shotgun, I am the curse of the weekend. If he edits straight into the one pump, I will take full blame for how Bolts' tournament goes from here on out, the next 10 games.
The discussion I want to have is how long do you think Poppy Blast waits for, though?
Oh,
If he
he's waiting.
doesn't
He's
end?
waiting.
'Cause
He's waiting. He's
think
this.
so? He's fully committed?
I think if this was Arc Raiders, he's in the map for 28.5 minutes, waiting for you to extract out just to get all the loot.
Okay, my man's pulling the multi-game knowledge here. Yeah, we're gonna rat this. Okay, we're ratting the extract here from Poppy Blast. I mean, Bolts is looking around. Bolts has got there's a lot of loot here too. We've got extra slurp, we've got floppers, we got shieldfish, we have the launch pad, and we have the jetpack. But I'm trying to think like Bolts is probably gonna stay here for a while. I didn't see Bolts get any surge, but based on how confident he is to be fishing for this long, I don't see him leaving anytime soon. He's only got 79 builds too. So I know Bolts plans to refarm his material out here in Storm. So it's going to be a patience game. And it's 82 health to 80. They're both on the same amount, but
Who's gonna pop
play
heals
chicken
first?
here? Yeah. Who's going to pop heals first? Well, Bolts is going to presumably pop small fry because why wouldn't he? He doesn't think there's any reason not to. But Poppy Blast has to kind of play chicken here. And he's,
Oh, okay.
okay. I like this, but this leaves him more exposed to getting shot from behind. I think Poppy Blast is worried about someone on the mountain looking down, but we might be getting out of here.
Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
almost wrong. Of like, I think he was gonna stay there forever. He probably realized like, even if he does stay there forever, right? He only has, 3 medkits, 4 medkits.
He's got the extra make it over here. I like this. This is smart. So Poppy Blast did have an exit strategy. My man didn't go completely all in on this lurk play, but wow, we almost had first and second because Bolts has the slurp truck.
Wait a minute.
Bolts, I don't think he doesn't have any reason to want to leave here anytime soon. But wait,
He's just popping the med kit and going back. He's going back for seconds.
I think. And Bolts hits the sky. Okay, Bolts flies out. Poppy Blast has had to be a little bit more patient, but Bolts went out the front anyway. Let's see. Actually, let's see if you're right. Okay, Bolts wouldn't have edited out.
Tech,
into
no,
it. He
you were
didn't
right.
edit. I don't know why I
You
can't
were right.
drone fly over there. It's like a no-fly zone. But he did go out the front wall. So you were technically right. Bolts definitely wasn't planning to edit out into Poppy Blast there. So we're okay. We're okay.
Ooh, it's not as east as I thought, though. I will say that. That means we could probably have a good, like, center zone. Looking at the... Ooh, okay. As long as we don't go northeast from here onto more mountains. As long as we don't go to mountains. Please, don't go to
I mean,
mountains.
big names. Eomzo looking great. Curly, Rapid, Muzz, Sphinx already in this one. We got Acorn, Clicks, and Higgs on the edge, but they've got such easy clear rotates ahead of them. This is going to be a really good zone. I think we're going to see a who's who of this endgame. This is shaping up to be a big one for a lot of our big teams. I mean, let's just do a check-in. Muzz 150. Full loadout, Enforcer AR, looking extremely healthy. Eomzo, I have to imagine a similar spot, but he's getting surged, I guess? I'm not really sure. Eomzo's got half a loadout. There we go. Okay, he's come back down for it. Curly should be looking pretty solid again as well. Max shield, only 100 builds. He's missing a little bit of material, but Rapid with the gold Sovereign, which is interesting, and 15 bandages. Okay, yeah, not feeling great about that. As Clicks got a kill. Let's check that back 1 second. Give me a second. Sorry, missing that one, chat. Clicks takes down. Oh my god, he took down the Punisher.
Bro, it almost
Clicks
makes
is
you
him.
think, though, for Rapid and the bandages, is he prioritized positioning rather than loot and stuff?
Yeah, I think so as well. Has Clicks get a... He just steals it, I guess? This is surely like... Oh, wait.
Whoa, how do you even see
Oh.
that, dude?
Yeah. Oh, it's L. L's taking a fight and Clicks. Good awareness. Good
What a
shots. His
steal.
first points on the board. That's 3 points. That's also 50 just free surge too, which goes a long
Yeah,
way
Guac,
in
there's
this
a
meta.
few
That's
there's
good
a
for
few
Clicks.
names,
That's
Guac,
good so
where I'm
far.
like, man, this would have been a great tournament if we could have just had them in the game.
All right, let's check out big names. Let's see how we're going. How's Bolt going after the almost lurk? Three flops, 3 shieldfish, got the mobility. He's got the gold tack AR, 127 above. Looks like Poppy Blast maybe being made to regret his play on Bolts earlier. It seems to have messed him up. And we got a fast south pull. Never mind. That's quite bad for all those big names I was calling out earlier.
Yeah, Noxy just died in Storm as well. I like Bolts' loadout for the most part, but Bolts, like his heals doesn't give me confidence to get deep into endgame with it. Like I feel like in solos, if you don't have 3 slurps, it's gonna be a hard game for you.
Yeah, Bolts is getting pressured by Curve here. Does Curve need surge? No, Curve just Trying to hold down the positioning here. Curve was one of the favorites on my prediction. It looks like he's got an elim, so maybe he's not uncontested. I'm going to look at that next game, chat. Remind me to check if Curve's con next game. There was rumors he wouldn't be. That's why I had him so high off my leaderboard. And we have Higgs rocking his icon skin, but only 23 above. So it looks like only one person from Wonkyland gets
Yeah,
to look
that's
good.
unfortunate, Tro. We need OG Bizzle. I'll take Bizzle coming back.
Maybe it's a coincidence, but things are looking extremely bad for Higgs.
Yeah, now he's 33 below. It's going to activate in around 30-ish seconds. And then every 7 seconds, 25 damage. He doesn't have the heals for it. But Doxy actually tagging him up from behind is the worst thing he could possibly do. Because now Higgs just has open field, high ground, can pressure down, and a good HP advantage.
I mean,
And he's
I've
Higgs.
seen 800 gold as well. So Higgs only got one slurp, but if he wins this fight without taking too much, he gets to go by 3 bigs and he's chilling. He's back to like pretty healthy. Pops the slurp. That'll top him up completely. He'll get the siphon if he wins this one, but he has to win it. But it's Higgs right now. Higgs' fighting ability is almost unmatched in NA. Doesn't take the wall. The Doxy putting up a better fight than most people would. I don't know what the 86 is a reference to. Is that Doxy in like the last tournament he played? Because I hope not. I don't know about that name. I might need to do like a bit of a fact check here. And Higgs hits an accidental jetpack, or was that a fake jetpack? I'm not sure. Was that some like insane mind games? Jacob, was that like, I know you're dead, so I'm just gonna like flex on you? Or was that a full misclick?
I want to say it's almost, I don't even know. I don't even know what to guess. I almost want to say it was a mess up because if he gets out of there, Doxy's dead, and it's 5 tick now. So he needed to get out of there. So I think it was a mess up.
I think it was a mess up, or he tried to go for a... I don't think he would have tried to fake the bait him out, Jack. Oh, no, he's got active storm. So he was trying to get out. Never mind. No, he was definitely trying to get out.
15 ticks. 15.
If you guys don't know how Storm Sickness works, it's triple the current Storm's damage. So that was a 5 tick that turned into a 15, and Higgs goes down early. Big shock here for the overall leaderboard, and like I said, it's feeling like only one of them from Wonkyland. Only one from Wonkyland can live, apparently.
Give me 2 minutes real quick. My wife's asking for something.
No, you go, bro. No, you're chilling. We got bolts flying in now. 117. Ooh, going down quick. 73 above. As you can see again, the new surge in display there. It's net damage. Damage done minus damage taken. So if you take damage while flying in, you will go further and further below. So Bolts needs to get more. He's 26 below, and he goes straight into the box on none other than Nako. Unfortunately, Nako, I have to think, will most likely go down here. My man does not have the ping advantage in this engagement. Not that it mattered too much there. Nako gets welcomed to NA by one of NA's finest. 84 points on the board for Bolts now. Pressure was on, and he rose to the occasion very quickly. 200 above. Meanwhile, Sphinx is now 191 above. 100 in builds as well. He's got 1 slurp, 2 beaks. He's looking healthy. Scare in third. Again, representing the controller players. I like to shout out the controller players as much as I can to the audience who don't follow the inputs of most players. Scare is a controller player. Gets some good damage on Tyler. 340 above. So most our big names above, but Craze goes down on 55 points. Shadow in this one on 52. Looking fantastic. Victor V, I question whether he was going to have the ability to hold down his half of Sandy's strip, but either he is or he is just holding it down on Spawn because he has 1 elim and he's made it off again. That's 2 games in a row. Victor V's made out of Sandy's strip with 3 other opponents there. Rapid. 100 builds here, 200 above. Let's see how Clicks is going. Where is Clicks at?
All right, we back.
All right, Clicks looking good. No, you're good. Everyone's chilling right now. If you're going to check in on all the top 5, they're all looking honestly quite healthy. Usually 100 plus builds, all of them have surge. Bolt did go below and then flew straight into Nako's box and just sat him down. So he's great again now.
Yeah, easy. Now he's just kind of able to just sit and really do nothing. 200 once you're like 150, 200 above, you just need to make no mistakes. You don't even necessarily need to make the right play. You just don't make no mistakes, and you don't have to worry about surge. Rotating and everything else is a whole different story, though. But he's 221 above, still looking out because he was so far ahead of zone already. He has the luxury to kind of just chill, let every other team rotate in before he has to kind of reach the edge.
He's playing well. Bolts has been extremely consistent almost every solo meta we've had. That's why he's almost on everyone's prediction. I was a bit worried once they nerfed the launchpad exploit whether it would hold him back too much, but that seems to not even be a factor into Bolts' playstyle here. Either that or he's adapted very quickly. Sphinx has 80 builds, so not the greatest. 0 gold too. So 1 slurp, 2 bigs gonna be what he's stuck with. This zone could pull back over the vending machine if someone else needs some resources, and no. It's gonna pull out towards the north. Do a little drone shot and see where other players are at. We've got Clicks positioning up on the high ground. Kind of pulls a bit of zone. I think this would be a bit of an aggressive hide hold here if he tries, but this is going to get him free tags and then be able to make, hopefully, a free jetpack rotate off here if he picks his timing right.
Yeah, I was going to say, he can't. I don't want to see anybody try to hold hype from this far back. It's just too many materials to invest in a solo game.
It just doesn't work. It's just not possible. I mean, in duos maybe, but even then, not really. And he gets shots on the reds, takes him down. That's 2 elims. That's 6 points on the board now. Elims 14 total for Click. So rough first game. He's making up for it here in game number 2. Just cracked inside top 50, 400 above. He knows that he was the player on high ground. So it means no one else can be up there now. So he gets to just kind of do circles, fly in the sky, no pressure to go down. We know with Higgs being down, BloodX is in that call, so he's going to be getting some good comms. He's only 57 builds, though. That scares me a little bit. He needs a refresh. He got the kill, but he couldn't get the loot off it.
Yep, because he, like you said, he was the last one on high ground. He immediately knows as long as he lands ahead of time, he can hold on to the high ground. Great shots on the scare, dropping down to try to finish off that elimination. But you know as well as I do, too risky at this point in the game to just chase for a singular elimination. But Rapid being second height almost kind of leaves that thought in the back of your head, especially somebody like Clix who plays against Rapid over and over and over in multiple combinations. Is that second height player, that's the one that really scares you the most.
Yeah, and Clix doesn't really have the builds to hold this right now, I feel like. That was Scare he beamed, who is in third, too. That would have been a big pickup. Scare survives it. Pops some minis, goes up to 150, pops the slopes. They're looking okay. Shadow here on the low ground, fighting Ghost from what I can see. He's trying to get some refreshes on low ground. Can't quite find where the player went. Sphinx loses his shield. 113 builds, though, so Sphinx picking up a really big refresh for second place. He's looking extremely healthy. Pops the fish as well. Clix is still on that high ground. Sphinx going to take a look at that and go straight down. Don't think he's going to make a play for it. Even with the 100 builds he has, it's just not usually in Sphinx's playstyle. Meanwhile, Bolts, 40 builds on the board. Still 2 eliminations. Victor V picks another one up in the feed, but Bolts, I was about to say, running out of material. He gets a refresh, goes in for it, and Bolts just so fluid. How does he just land exactly where he wants? Instantly boxes out. Doesn't even look like a player was just in his box and he's already gone.
Yeah, slips in and out. Here's the noise from up above. Takes advantage of aim getting chased around by Clix and gets the elim. We talk about almost having no mats. He's picking up siphon after siphon, so Clix takes him down, and that's a big loss. Top 25, there's still a ton of points left on the board. Clix has no chance to take first, but he can get so close to give himself an opportunity in the next 10 games. Oh,
I mean,
my
Clix
God.
is pulling out the Zone Wars builds. We're going up. When you guys want to know what PG hype means, that's what PG hype means. Pretend you're 555. Clix goes up on hype with full confidence. Still has 17 builds to hold it. Might have gone through a little bit too early, but we'll see. Clix now has the ability to drop down, pick which his refresh wants to be. When you're on high ground, it's so much easier to drop down and find those refreshes, especially if you have Clix's ability. I don't think we're going to see any solo pre-edits come out today, but if anyone was going to do it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Clix. But Chance, giving him a hard time of it. This is a top 12. This is good points, but he takes down first, and Clix having a very dominant game 2 after quite a rough game 1.
Yeah, 1 build left. He has to really use it wisely. Tries to get it, protect himself. Forced to fall on the backside of his own. Big elim on Salt. That siphon's keeping him alive and instantly goes for the jetpack, but no! He hits the ramp going back outside of zone. He's sacrificing HP, but somehow, Ozzy, he's reclaimed the high ground. Timber, it comes crashing for a short second, but Clix is able to hold on. That 1 elimination that he got in the backside of zone means so much. Look at him still fighting out, and he's ready to get the edit on the Carbone. Send him packing down below. Elimination, siphon, but he can't get the loot up until now. These are the decisions that separates a good player from me.
I mean, Clix is just putting on a Zone Wars clinic right now. Everything we've seen in this endgame just shows how much Clix plays the Zone Wars. We have Rapid still up. We have Sphinx still up. Multiple players. Top 3 coming into this game are still going. So we've had eyes on Clix. He's having a huge game. But as far as the leaderboard goes, we have some bigger eyes to look at. Scare is still up as well. We are finding some players with some huge consistency. Verg Monster on 4 elims. Sphinx has got dead 0 mats, though. 115 points. I believe the highest point player in the game. No, Scare has more. I'm sorry. I checked the leaderboard, and just like that, Sphinx gets a refresh. Top 4, and 3 of them are on over 100 points. Rapid about to crack it.
All right, now Rapid, I think he has the best chance. He has the most builds. There's another elimination. Virgo's going to go and get one. He has only a little bit of builds left. Lands a big shot, but Rapid's going to take him out. 1v1 situation here. Sphinx, almost full HP and shield versus Rapid. But that first shot from Rapid actually was amazing to try to whittle down the HP and shield from Sphinx. Back-to-back shots. Rapid still having 10 builds left. Sphinx has nothing, and that's going to give Rapid the go-ahead down to just a sliver of HP. It's like taking candy from a baby, Ozzy. Rapid made that one look easy.
I mean, Sphinx doesn't give up his candy easily as well. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised Rapid
He had no
won that
builds,
one.
bro. He had no builds.
He had the advantage. He did. But I was waiting for Sphinx to hit like a big shot to take it back. I don't know. We'll see. I thought Sphinx. I'll say it to his face. I thought Sphinx was gonna win that one, but Rapid is disgusting.
I thought Sphinx had the best chances up until the Rapid Elam on the clicks to give him siphon mats.
And the first shot, you're right. That first shot from Rapid that evened out the HP, that one was the big one. That was the decider right there. But Sphinx with a 3 Elam second and a 6
How y'all
Elam
liking the
six.
games? I got energy, bro. I feel like I got a little bit of energy. Yo, Fearless.
Bolts on 116.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, that's an
What's up,
insanely
Kronos?
close top 4. Oh,
Guac.
4. I'd say big hitters. I think
yeah,
Scare's the one who's kind of snuck in there. But if you've been following the NAC and Scare shouldn't surprise you too much. Virgo's up there. Shadow. Larkos, Salt, Braids, Victor V. So a lot of big names. I'm going to be honest. I don't know too much about Larkos. Don't know
NA
about
West.
NA West.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. So you would know a lot more than me then.
Okay, so like anybody can correct me, but I do believe Larkos is NA West. I do believe he plays with OCFV.
Okay.
So I mean, he's somebody that you can kind of see at the top of the leaderboard. But when it comes to like the duos and the trios FNCS season, he wasn't somebody I would pick to win the FNCS. So this is a good tournament for him.
Okay.
Yo, Fearless.
16th now.
10 gifted, bro.
Clicks jumps up to
10
19th.
gifted.
That was a very solid game.
You have to warn me before you do that, brother. You have to warn me before you do something like that, bro. This is crazy, man. I'm having such a great time right now, bro. Chronos, 10 months, Chronos. That's almost a year.
Epic Whale in 81st, G Money in 84th, Jack, who
Love
I've
y'all.
been loving gassing up in duos. Haven't seen him too much in solos, but Jack in 87th. Vert in 95th. I'm kind of happy I took Vert off my top 10 at the very end. And then Scroll, who's done extremely well on EU today. Scroll, I think, is in top 5, closing out day 1 EU all the way down in the bottom 5. I mean, it's obviously different region, big ping disadvantage. Maybe Scroll's just tired as well. I don't know if the fatigue's going to hit Higgs. We'll see.
Yeah. I think as well, just this has been a little bit more aggressive in certain situations than EU, and having that ping difference.
True.
I don't know. I just feel like it's hard. It's impossible to win some fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was so impressed with Higgs on EU. My man got only one game outside top 50. I think it was a 66th or something, and then every other game was top 50. So he didn't get those top 10s, but he made it through every single mid game, never went down to Surge on EU. So I was pretty impressed.
Chose making the right decisions. Okay, good. So far, I mean, I guess good early game. You see him looting up this time instead of like searching for Surge early. I just want to see if the zone is like pulling early, maybe a little bit of an earlier rotation than some of the games we've seen so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been very interesting to watch.
How do I have so much
players
energy,
well.
bro? Because I love life.
I feel like we haven't had like
just know
a
that I
clustering
love
of players
life.
all doing well. I have to
that's
check
why I
both
have
the
so
zones
much
too. The
energy. I'm
zones
blessed
on
to even
EU, we
be
had
alive, let
4
alone watch some
south zones and 1
Fortnite. Just
cutting
know, Lotto,
and 2
I love you.
northeast. So they were spread, but not really. Like they had a tendency to definitely pull in the same spot.
Sorry, hold on, that's
Lodex was just telling
Lotto.
Clicks to run it everyone endgame. He was looking good.
Love
Clicks
you,
makes
brother.
endgame, and he looks exceptional.
You know how much this means
but
to
it's
me.
concerning me that it looks like only one of them seems to do well. Like it's either Clicks does well or Higgs does well. I don't know if that's a virtue of how they're playing the off spawn, or if that's just how it happens to be. But that scares me a little bit.
It almost makes me wonder too, are they almost in their own heads of like, you don't want to mess up your duo's game, you know what I mean? And so like maybe they're not trying to work together, but they're also not trying to purposely put each other in a bad spot.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you feel bad. Like, I mean, if you, it's just, it is someone that you're close to as well. I mean, some people love it. Some people love killing.
Just know, Lotto, you know how much this day means to me.
Feel
So
a little
just
bit worse
know,
for sure. I've said
I
that
love you,
before in
brother.
my chat all
So
the time.
special, and thank you for being a part of it, my man. Fearless, thank you for being a part of it. Kronos, thank you for being a part of it. Everybody in here watching,
I would
thank
always
you.
feel worse personally.
I would.
That's why we're just nice people. That's why you're my friend, right, Jake?
I just want to see everybody. Yo, if everybody can get first place, bro, we can make it happen, bro. The prize pool should be pulled at random.
Bro.
Pick a random number generator. Yeah, random number generator. You play the tournament out, first through 100, whatever it is, but then you random number generator who gets the prizes.
Nice. The ultimate participation trophy. I love it.
I love it, bro. Imagine 10,000 for placing 83rd.
Wow, I'm actually droning so hard. Thank God I woke up.
It looks like they're still fine. Looks like no one's come into Cartman Land, which is interesting. Looks like we're still chilling. Jagu had the biggest play. Was it no? Who was it who came into Cartman Land? Chat? Was that Jagu? Game 1?
It might have been.
Whoever came in.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I can't remember who. I can't remember. It was whoever. Someone was out here. It was someone who was up here on this corner. Who is this? I know
wasn't.
Cade was here. Oh, it's Jari's. That's why I'm
Yeah.
getting confused. Jari's or whatever. That's right. I knew it was something. Yeah, okay. Because Jagu's down here. I was like, that'd be weird for Jagu.
Where is
Yeah,
Hari's
fine.
landing? He had to be at the north. How did
over
he
here.
even end up there? Oh, he's just
left.
changed it.
He
Yeah,
might
he
be
just left.
scared
He
there.
said,
Yeah.
"No, and I'm out."
I'm
Yo,
good, I'm
Ryder
good. I mean,
in the
that's working
sky.
fantastic
Thank you,
for Skate
brother.
right now. Skate's
3
extremely
months,
happy he
Ryder.
decided to leave.
it's easy,
3
dude.
months.
Is it? How much?
Just so you guys know, we might only
Blood X is
watch
giving
day
clicks
2
more
of
than
NA
not
West. So
using
after
coaches
this,
as well, which I
we might
think is a
end the
big
stream,
factor.
hang out with the
I
wife
think
for
he's
UFC,
just-
and then
I
come
think
back
he
for
has just more
back-to-back tomorrow.
experience and exposure to this strategy of the Storm playing. So I think Blood X is more confident in Higgs' ability to play it without him coaching him in the early and mid game. But I wonder if I don't know. It's always interesting with that. I wonder if Higgs starts to, you know, kind of pull rank. But I feel like we got to admit Clicks has first dibs, right, Chad? We're assuming Clicks.
See, if I'm
has
okay, so hold on. If I'm Blood X, it's depending on who's
Okay.
cutting the bigger check. First off,
That's what I'm saying.
Who's
I
cutting
think
the
it's
bigger
Clicks.
check? But if the
think
check
that's
is
Clicks.
even, I go with who's playing better.
True. Yeah. Double down on the win rather than trying to like pick up the person who's struggling. I think that's totally fair. And I think if I was a duo and I was in that situation, I'm in like 40th, my teammate's in first, and the coach has to pick one to coach. You say go coach the guy in first. I think that's totally understandable and fair. But yeah, I'm at this early stage in the tournament. I think it's probably Clicks getting the priority. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good
No,
buzz
so-
path. You see Clicks playing safe again though.
If Jagu fights again. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this might be a big one. Jagu showed the ability to be right up there on the leaderboard, but he is still locked in.
Oh,
the
he beats him
50-50
on
against
the drop.
ALC now. He beats him. Easily beats him.
And a
The thing
shotgun.
with this one, yeah, the thing with this one though is the slurp chuck. You can kind of like use that. It's like a weird kind of, it gives this fight a weird pacing. So right now, while Jagu's looting, if he wants to, he can rush the slurp chuck, guarantee full shield, but then Jagu can come out and steal it. Aoxy gets the pump shotgun, trying to get as much material as he can, but that's what Jagu's going to do. Jagu's going to pressure now, go for the slurp chuck, and force him to step up. But Aoxy's smart. He boxes up on it. Jagu's popping the mini. I'd like to see him just honestly just focus on breaking the slurp chuck, but no, he's going to use that. He's going to push Aoxy off it, who doesn't get it. But then Aoxy now can kind of pressure back to it because Jagu's run out of mats, bro. The slurp truck makes these fights so fun to watch. Aoxy just farming it in the open, gets the shield. Jagu steals a little bit of the extra shield, but Aoxy's now out of builds. It just, I don't know, the slurp truck in the middle makes it such a fun spawn fight.
Yeah, he can't really farm the dorm all the same. It's not going to give a lot of materials. Yeah, he barely got like 2 materials from it. And this is where I want to see, yeah, Jargu just take a little bit of piece control with a little bit of builds that you're able to get. Give you a little early lead in the fight right there, but does not get the shot to go through. Aoxy just completely tries to disengage, cuts back short, but he gets tagged up first. No builds left. I think he has control of that wall to go in and out.
He's got SMG, but Aoxy goes down. Jagu wins it. I was slightly distracted by kill in the feed, which I did not expect to see.
Which one?
We
Which
have
one?
Acorn
Oh.
killing Bolt. We have a duo taking down their duo, and they're in first place. I was not
Wow.
expecting this at all. And any concern that Acorn and Bolts might be playing the duo advantage here is not it, because it looks, if anything, like Acorn is focusing Bolts. Parby Blast was also in the open, and Acorn saw the advantage to take out Bolts. So this duo is clearly not teaming right now, as we expect most of the duos to be. So I kind of respect Acorn for that. Unfortunately,
going after
Bolts is
anybody.
not going to be happy. 116 points. He drops down now. Bolts was only, what, 9 points behind first. Top 4 on such a close leaderboard. And that's
Yeah.
a 0-point donut in game number 3.
That can easily turn into like a 50, 60 point deficit after this game.
It can. That's kind of brutal. I mean, it makes me more excited to watch this. Makes me less confident in my Bolts prediction, but I like it. It makes it more fun to watch. And hey, it's good for our underdog Parby Blast pick. Parby Blast had Bolts on the rope. Got an assist from Acorn, but Bolts was forced to run, which means Parby Blast was doing well, honestly.
Yep. Now, my Parby Blast is just like in a situation where like, if you don't do good this game, it's like you need to start making some moves. What is this?
We playing duos? Are we playing duos? What am I looking at? I looked up here and I'm like,
Why is there two? You watch that side, I watch this side. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean,
But don't say nothing. Maybe I just don't know you're there.
yeah. We're both looking. I mean, originally, I think this would have been a fight. Based on the builds, this looks like someone was here, they've ramped, took a fight, didn't get the fight, and now they just both want the surge spot. I don't think this surge spot is worth that much, but hey, I mean, they're all in hard match, though. I was about to say, if one of them was sitting on, there are some wood walls here. This is risky. This is risky for QK, but it seems like QK is doing the best job of kind of keeping eyes on Prom, making sure that he doesn't get snuck up on as we have Yomzo.
He lands in like the open, Dev.
Have I seen this right? Did I just see the map? I did. I mean, okay, Josh is dropping down. Okay, never mind. Josh is on his loot path. Iomzo's the one on his surge spot. Okay, that was looking interesting as well.
And I can almost kind of like see it to where like in some scenarios you're wondering why they're not fighting, but then it's like if you don't need the loot, you don't need the elim, and they're not trying to fight you, it's like hey,
it's just smart gameplay at that point.
You're not risking anything.
In this surge especially, because even if you
I don't know, Ryan,
fight,
have you heard of him before, bro? Both land on Acorn next game. Let's hope FDK.
Off from it, depending on how the
thought you had some accusations. I have no idea.
You invest in. It really isn't worth taking fights in most of these situations.
What you need in terms of that?
I'm interested to see how Rapid plays his early game. So you mentioned earlier, Rapid is definitely prioritizing positioning and early setups than loot. He keeps going in with like, one slot of heals and then the other slot's always kind of like, one slurp. He's got 350 gold. He could have tried to play for, a vending machine, got an extra big pot. He's 100% investing time to get loot at Scare. Wait a second. Fighting Ritual. This is third place, fighting Richie right now.
It's a big risk for Scare. For Richie, I mean, it is what it is with how your tournament's going, but he just gets tagged up trying to crash pad away. Luckily, he has more than one. Leaks is going to slow Scare down, make him second guess the decision, which honestly I don't mind. Richie got too much distance between the initial fight and what would happen, so Scare stay on the side of the hill, continue to accumulate surge, and kind of not get lost. Not get ahead of yourself.
Players.
Yeah.
Just too many eyes around here. You just know this part of the map, like Scare's
They're
doing
gonna
too
get
well
beamed.
to not think that, you're going to take damage, you get hit for 100, then all of a sudden you're below, now you have to key. It's not worth it. Also, chat, in case you guys don't know, when I'm in replays, I'm always organizing the points in order on the left side of the screen.
That's good.
So this is the leaderboard right now. Sphinx is in first, Rapid, Scare, Bolts went down, Virgo. So on the left there, that'll always be in order in case you guys are confused. Oh, Free's going for the fishing strat, and he's doing it extremely exposed. Dude. Wait.
This high ground fishing always makes me laugh. I was watching your stream. Somebody was doing it. I don't know if it was Brazil
it was Brazil. It was Randu. Yeah, my man was fishing off a surge tower into the little lake in the middle of the map. It was working there. Randu, he was in first place about midway through the tournament, so the strategy was working.
I love it, man. If you thinking outside of the box, that's what it really takes. And look at where the zone is going. Like, somebody please just throw it down in your box. An extra, Curly, build up on the mountain, bro. Somewhere nearby. Bring that fishing rod with you and just loot.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of solo metas defined by the fishing. Malabuka, usually one of the first ones to kind of start those metas where you're carrying a fishing rod. I remember doing a solo VOD review watch along with Bolts, and that was the takeaway, was just fishing. He would give up anything he was carrying, literally anything, to carry a fishing rod, because he could turn that fishing rod into just a ridiculous amount of extra meds wherever he went. That was when the shield fish was dropping at like 40% out of non-fishing holes. Not sure who cooked that one up, but the fishing's always great. You can carry, 2 med kits, or you can carry a fishing rod that can turn into 3 floppers and 3 shield fish. It's just, the value's there as long as the zone pulls the way you want. It's just, I think on this map, it's getting the fishing rods too, though. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, not only the changes, but I think Surge kind of, in a way, negates the effectiveness of fishing, because you're not going to sit there and trade shots anymore. There's no point, so you don't need the overabundance of hills in every situation.
That's a good point. I think the only time you need the huge abundance of meds, I guess, is if you plan on tanking Storm. If you kind of like either in the Storm currently, or maybe even again like Higgs' positioning, knowing if you're sitting here, it's probably going to pull off you. You want some extra white heals just to stay there that little bit longer. But yeah, that is a very good point. The surge changing has probably negated the effect of having these huge extra med bases, because it just becomes pointless at a certain extent. Let me see who's going down. Did anyone go down those big? Hari went down to Jojo. Hari's been doing really well on EU too, so quite a few of our EU players, again, Scroll and Hari, both not only double qualling, but doing exceptionally well on EU this morning, struggling here on NA. I mean, I'm not sure how we got in this situation, but it's going to be pretty easy to figure out how Hari loses this one. We got 4 builds and 5 HP. Jojo's pushing us. We've got a gray dual shotgun. There is just not a universe where we win this, I don't think. And we didn't even go down. Well, we did. We did go down to Jojo from behind. Do it. Don't do it, Jojo. Don't. It's your first points. You've got 3 points on the board. Okay. Okay.
Hey, the first points are always the hardest. They're always the hardest,
True. That's a big kill. That's a big kill. Okay. All right. So far, the top leaderboard is still kind of chilling. Like, where's Higgs? I want to see what Higgs is doing here. Where is Higgs? Okay, so Higgs chose to early rotate now. It's so interesting.
I love the chug jug. Chug jug, slurps.
we have the most classic Higgs skin. Not even a classic. It's not one of Higgs's go-tos. This is a new one in the Higgs arsenal. But if you told me there was going to be a pro wearing whatever this is, I couldn't even tell you what it is. I would have put my entire house on the fact it was going to be Higgs. I don't know. Chat, someone to back us up. What are we looking at here? There's that many collabs in this game. I can't keep up. I have no clue what I'm looking at. It looks like something out of X-Men.
Zane from Ninjago. From Lego.
Are we too old? We're too old. Okay, we're too old.
That's what it is, man.
I'm like, I don't know who I'm looking at right now.
If it ain't Lego Star Wars, I don't want to see it.
Dude, I'm so excited, man. That's what I was talking about yesterday, dude. That's first on my list for games to play with Charlotte when she gets a bit older, man. The Lego series, I haven't played them too much, but man, I'm so excited.
They actually have a good amount of depth considering it's a Lego game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's enough to keep me engaged. Like, there's enough, like, kind of murdering and, like, combat for me, but then it still kind of, like, feels a bit, like, kid-friendly. It's good. I like it. It's a good mix. Who else do we got? Who else want to keep an eye on? Clicks has got someone lurking on him.
Let me see the leaderboard. Let's look at Larko's real quick.
Yeah, sure.
92 points. Performing pretty well. Like, a good game here would keep him in contention. And he's basically doing the strategy everybody else is doing. Hide, wait for zone to come in. He has the extra bandages, so that way he doesn't have to use the slurps until later. He's going to rotate in. Maybe not even necessarily for this zone, but for the next one when he kind of gets a better idea of where it's going.
250 above, too, so no pressure coming out there. Let's do a surge check. Sphinx is... Whoa, wait a second. All right, we're going to wait here for a bit. Only 25 above for Sphinx. Might jump around real quick. So 25 above for Sphinx in first place. Rapid is 256 above. So we talked about Rapid sacrificing early loot for positioning. And that seems to be paying dividends now. 124 for Scare. And then 174 for Virgo. So top 5 looking pretty good. I want to check on Higgs real quick and Clicks too. We have 127 for Higgs. Not too bad. And then Clicks is 130. Okay, so Sphinx is definitely our biggest threat right now to going below. Oh, sorry, chat. There you go. My bad. Sorry, we have the numbers, but my bad.
And the thing about being like 20 below, 27 below, like you can literally be boxed up, not take damage if you're 27 above, and you could still fall below because of the guy doing damage below or above you on that Storm Surge leaderboard. So even if you do nothing, it's still not necessarily good. So it's always in the back of your mind. But Sphinx being in zone right here, he's already positioned pretty well off on terms of this side of the map. So I feel like as long as he's patient enough, he will find damage. He will find opportunities for shots. He's 18 seconds. Next zone's going to reveal itself. And more than likely, I think it's going to pull towards the northeast or the north somewhere where he can get shots on anybody else rotating in from the south.
Let's see. Jacob knowledge test. Does it pull to the north or northeast? Let's see.
Come on, come on, come on.
Ooh, a north-ish. I'll give you a north-ish there, but that's good for Sphinx. I was going to say as well, he also has technically, what, he's got 75 HP in each of these slurps guaranteed. So that's 6 tags that he can take from Storm Sickness just in the slurps. And then he's got the minis too. That's another 5. And he had enough gold to buy 1 big pot I saw. So things aren't looking too bleak for Sphinx if he has to tank a little bit too, if he has to play for it. A lot of less experienced players, I'd be worried they'd start to panic and start trying to look for really aggressive tags. I think Sphinx will sit there and kind of just play it passive, play it out. As Clicks is making a play on Eulogy, or Clicks is maybe exposing himself. Oh, Clicks, I think Clicks is trying to lock down the mending machine. He is. Eulogy wanted to make a play for it. As Clicks has got a slurp going, which means I'm guessing he has enough gold to buy another one. Interested to see him pop the slurp to buy another one rather than pop the patch up. I think it's because Eulogy must have put pressure on him.
Yeah, and I'm just laughing to myself. It's like, why isn't the builds thing there just all the time? What makes it go away?
I don't know, dude. I mean, as we all know, Fortnite is a game without any... Here we go, we're back. It's a game without any bugs. Let's be real. So it's quite rare to run into some of these scenarios where bugs happen. Just saying. I think it's good. I think we're fine.
Late rotate in on the edge of zone. That's Higgs actually dealing damage to Clicks right now too.
Oh no.
That's the nuisance of kind of like being friends, but you realize we still got to play a solo game out because I think that hurts Clicks so much because they were about like 120, 130, 2 tags, 60. He just lost half his surge almost.
And Higgs just doubled his surge. He was in a very similar situation. You can see why Higgs was more aggressively looking for that. But yeah, Higgs knows that Clix has a very similar playstyle as him. They both are in basically the same situation. Same drop spot, same coach. They're both trying to play the same surge, get a little bit, go back into Storm. So Higgs knows if he needs a bit of surge, and he's got a trick up his sleeve of just looking for Clix back there. He has a rough idea that he's going to be back there as well, because that's exactly where he would be. So Rapid's 118 points now, 133 above in second. Let's see if Sphinx got his surge up. He got a bad zone, and no, Sphinx in first place. This is where the desperation fights come out. I said he wouldn't have to go for one of these, and I was wrong. It's Electro, and Electro takes him down. My underdog pick, 61 points, so still a big deal for Electro. And first place falls here outside of placement, so first and fourth going down here with Sphinx and Bolt. So Rapid and Scare have a chance to stretch their lead, and Rapid is...
There's
Okay,
Electro, even while winning that fight, yeah, 2 below. The Slurp is there, and it's not going to get any easier for Electro either. There's so many teams around him, so he's probably going to have to sit and wait, which is a good idea. Let those other players rotate out, use their jetpacks, and that is a necessity for someone like Electro to try to get that damage for Storm Surge, because if you just kind of barely survive with 2 above, the next zone's going to be even worse. Oh my god. When it rains, it pours.
I feel bad for Electro there. He did scout everywhere except for to his right, and Reciprocal was there. Now
yeah, Ozzy screen sharing, he's the driver, and we kind of go from there, you know what I mean?
It's not going to matter. Electro takes down first and still goes down. I want to look back on Scare, because Scare top 3 on the leaderboard was not that healthy. Only 35 above, now 60 above. King Curve here has no mobility too. My biggest concern for Scare, there we go, picks up the jetpack, was the surge, but Scare didn't even have the mobility. Has to go back deep into Storm in a 5-tick just to get the jetpack off. If Scare gets tagged twice here, he's going to have no extra shield basically until he pops the minis, and he's going to go back below. But goes 125 above, so it looks like other people who are lower. Nope, there it is. Never mind. Surge swings, and currently Scare in second place is 50 below. The controller aim assist maybe starting to look a little bit better onto Craze. 22 above, just clawing his way back into the game. Meanwhile, Shadow also looking good.
So many people literally just on scraps at the top of the leaderboard right now. Rapid, even though he has good materials, no extra real heals, he's not going to get to 150 or greater. And then this rotation right now, we're just going up the side of the mountain. So the players that don't have a lot of materials at this stage in the game is going to have to expend a lot just to get up the mountain or stay safe. And then if it comes off the mountain, it's just going to get even worse. As Bass, or I should say Base, just takes a big shot in the backside of zone. Epic Well is positioned up. Seek is peeking out through. And Seek isn't even healing right now, so I can only imagine the position he's in.
Yeah, Seek's definitely not feeling too great right now. I think this is, below surge. 2 damage. All he needs gets it. Stuck inside the tree right now. This rotate is going to be bad. You have this gigantic cliff to deal with, and then if the zone keeps going the same way, you're going to have mountains pretty soon. But Higgs, absolutely loving life. Got that extra bit of surge on clicks. Isn't that healthy, though? Still only 53 above. Higgs is going to make a play to try and go for the early position up here. This is old base. Needs to be careful of that balloon. I'm wondering if everyone else is going to be as attentive to the balloon as what Higgs is potentially right now. I don't know where this balloon goes next. I'm pretty sure... I think it goes straight back out. It does. And unfortunately, for anyone in his path, is going to break the builds. But so far, no one gets affected too badly. And now we have the mass migration up the hill. Reciprocal takes the early high ground. Muzz going to land just under them. Iomzo down here below as well. Rapid, currently our first place player, only 30 above. 100 builds though, but the meds aren't looking too good past the minis like you mentioned.
Yeah, and this is where Bolts, while watching this all kind of go down, you got to like hope and pray that more and more of those people on top of the leaderboard begin to go down. Victor V falls to Larkos. An in-region battle happening on Central. 2 West players going head-to-head. But Rapid, I like how patient he's playing. Even being 40 above, any inexperienced player will start to peak. They'll start to get damage or at least look for it. He knows he's gravy where he's at now. Tyler edits Scared down, and that's another player, Ozzy, at the top of our leaderboard getting eliminated. For a game that was looking so bad for Bolts off spawn, is now looking like he has a chance to stay near the top of the leaderboard as Shadow, keeping his head on a swivel from one end of the next, getting Refined shields down. He's seeing that loot on over. Instead of going for just straight elimination onto Refined, he's just taking what he can get and staying alive.
Yeah, Rapid's doing a good job to hold on right now. He's got his eyes on that feed as well. He'll be realizing that everyone around him is starting to go down more and more. He's 112 above. I think that should hold him up. We've only got 1 player to go down now. This Surge stops at 40, so he should be fine. He's even going to just float in the sky. He's feeling no pressure right now from Surge whatsoever, and there's no one essentially on... on
Yeah,
high ground. No,
you
there's
were
depth.
saying,
I mean,
this is reciprocal,
I don't
please.
know if we call this high ground. This is a sky base. Reciprocal building a sky base in the solo series finals, the biggest solo event of the season. And Reciprocal is at height limit. He has built the sky base. He is not sky base. He is in the process of pulling off a full sky base here. I want to keep eyes on Rapid. We'll see how well Reciprocal can pull this off. That was a strange strategy, but I like to see it. Rapid gonna hit the jetpack. He's probably gonna think there's no one above him, but I think Reciprocal's so high, he's not gonna take shots at anyone. He's not gonna expose
there's no
himself. He's gonna
reason
sit
to.
up there. He got chopped. No, my chat said he got chopped. Never mind. I respect the attempts. Whoever chopped him, I'm sorry. I hope both sides of your pillow are warm tonight. Come on. You got to respect the meme strats.
Yeah, he wasn't going to do anything to you, but it's all right. Rapid, I like the way he's playing right now, just going in and out of builds. He's not overbuilding and making it overcomplicated for himself, staying on a healthy layer until he almost ends up in the same box. Was that Tyler on the other side? I'm not sure, but Rapid makes sure that he doesn't have to stay and find out. But you see how he's now focused, going up the layer. He knows if he stays on that low ground, he is absolutely eliminated. So thinking in and outside of the box, thinking 2 steps ahead, but Doxy's now going to be on the high ground. That's changed hands a couple of times already in this game, from Reciprocal now to Doxy, and I don't think that's going to stay the same. I think Doxy's going to get challenged sooner or later.
Muzz still in this one. 14 builds, 93 points. Muzz, who is supposed to be contested, making a good play for it now that he's unconned. I see Josh here as well. I see Vert. We have a lot of big names in the end game. And Doxy's the one on high ground. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold that. Chavi, 2 builds to his name. Has to make something happen, dropping down to low layers. Jagu on the other side of the wall here. Jagu's ready to kind of go toe-to-toe with anyone. He's got a 2x1 metal box. It's about as stacked as you can be in endgame, and Yomzo identifies the refresh, gets the Elim, but Jagu is going to take all the extra loot, so I hope Yomzo's got something to work with. He didn't move at all to make that play. Only has 10 builds, but Yomzo does have front side priority. Zone's pulling around him now, but he's got a really, really good dead edge here he can play as he elevates. And Scroll goes down. Shadow, we have Frank Castle, Mr. Punisher, Xinox, a lot of the EU guys making this endgame.
Yeah, and almost everybody in this lobby having 20 or less builds. Higgs and maybe another person feeling good. And you can see the early investment into the materials and keeping himself healthy. He's working out. And the Siphon just adding little sprinkles on top. Still has a slurp, has the chug. Ozzy, this is the first time in the tournament so far we've seen anybody this late in the game with the amount of heals that he actually has. And it gets even better. He picks up the Siphon mats, gets the Mythic Pump as well. 200 pump potential, and he sets his attention on Eulogy. And that's another elimination. 5th one of the game so far. And he has full control over the front side of the zone. Looking back, landing shots onto Iamzo, almost stealing away that elimination as well, but he is inflicting pain all around this lobby.
30 builds left. Higgs has all of the control on front side. Gets the Daquan peak. A little toe shot for Elim number 6. And that's another refresh again. Doxy's still going to that high ground. Chris is here. Vert, you got to think, looking at this lobby right now, Higgs would be your favorite to win it. Mythic assault rifle. Mythic pump, what many people are holding to be NA's best player right now. He had a lot of pressure on him coming into this tournament. He had EU this morning to warm up, figure out his strategies. Stumbled last game, but it looks like game 3 is going to be Higgs. Gets the damage onto Chris. Chris is low in the full piece. Higgs has every build, just can't take the ramp, and that's enough, but forces him into Doxy. Doxy's been on high ground the whole time. Can he close out the 1v1 against Higgs?
He has the high ground, but how much is it going to matter? Higgs is actually running out of builds. He's going for a secondary chop, but realizing he connects to the tree on the other side. Higgs realized now is the time I have to farm 2 builds versus 0. Doxy has to hop off that hype, but remember the chug. The latest the heals have been in the game so far. Higgs is going to try to use it to stay alive. A big shot from Doxy, but no! Higgs with the World Star play, taking him out and stealing the game back.
I mean, that was such an awkward game. They were split by just a gigantic tree. Like, it just looked so weird, but I don't know if Doxy could have done anything. Higgs just happily sitting in Storm, and it was just, he trusted the big Mythic pump. I think Higgs knew if he could just close the gap, it didn't matter how much health he was on. As long as Doxy didn't pump him, he was just going to win the 1-pump trade every time.
That almost looked like a simple build shot the way it looked on replay right now. He just literally blinked, gets the 1-pump right there, but those are like the differences right now. Him attaching to the builds, him getting those extra builds to protect himself, because he could have easily have taken so much damage.
Higgs jumps up to 2nd. Like you said, solos is hard to pick. Higgs was pretty much the top of everyone's list, but it's hard to just guarantee live up to that expectation. He's still a little bit further behind Rapid. Rapid had another good game, 1st, 12th, and 8th. We have Higgs in 2nd on 143 with that 7 Elim win. Again, unfortunately, game 2 letting him down. Shadow up there.
I
in
love
third.
him, Lotto.
Wasn't
I'm
on
a
too many
huge
bills from
Office
what I can
fan.
see,
I
but they're
love him.
looking good.
Higgs
Salt
is
in
the
fourth. Now,
GOAT.
Salt 3x. This is someone that if
The
you're
GOAT.
really tapped in, especially if you watch his streams, I believe he's actually streaming
playing
this,
good right
has been
now.
looking very good in solos. One of the more underrated picks, but I did hear people saying Salt. So this one, if you're really tapped in, shouldn't catch you by off guard, but fourth is kind of crazy, as unfortunately Sphinx with that 0 Elam 70th jumps down to 5th. But like we said, Bolt's going down on a 0-point game. Things could be looking worse. 7th is not that bad. He's now, what, 34 points. Am I doing the math right there? 44 points from first. That's not horrific.
Yeah, and it also helps that, you know, Jargoose, Scare, even Sphinx, because of the Storm Surge situation, all of them went down early, and they were some of his biggest competition in terms of on that side of the leaderboard. Higgs had to come back. So even though he won that game, bumps up into 7th, he wasn't necessarily in the same position as Scare and Bolts on top of the leaderboard. So that was just to catch Higgs up in his own way. But there's still 3 games left, plenty of time here. I'm surprised right now the way Noxie is playing, but again, being surprise contested sometimes doesn't work out for you. Acorn, I think he had a great start to the tournament, but again, it's just a hard solos, man. Just never know how everybody's going to play.
It's impossible to pick solos. It really is. Whale's in 78th right now. Ritual is in 80th, and Richie's situation's better, right? Isn't he no longer Con?
Yeah,
Wasn't he supposed to be Con,
started
but now
off
he's
Con,
not?
and now
So,
he's not.
yeah. Would have expected that to kind of surge him up a bit, but it just hasn't really happened, unfortunately, as Vic's gone down. Bit of a spoiler there based on Vic's stream. I think he's rewatching it back and goes down to Kyrie lurking inside Sandy. I'm kind of surprised Sandy has been so calm, at least from what I've seen. I don't know if we've missed any of the fights there. We haven't seen too many big engagements going down inside Sandy. See, I don't think I'm getting replays just yet.
Especially not. I think after the off spawn, whether what happens on the other side, not Victor V's side, obviously, but on the other side, I think that's once it's ended, it's kind of ended, if that makes sense.
Oh, wait a second. We might have some action to watch back here. I'm just noticing the stats right now. 2 Elims to clicks. What's happened here? I don't know if one of them's going to be Higgs. I don't think it will, but we might have people. We talked about day 2. People might start looking into Wonky Land, but it's looking like day 1.
I think you should bring them all out.
Someone's
It's
creeping
just going to
on me.
happen as a leaderboard.
Your loot is fucking trash.
Bloodstock and Smack. Let's say, I don't
Like,
think
what
it's
is
up.
happening?
He even says someone's creeping on you right now. He knows somebody's around. It's just
Do you get the cannon?
it's just the luck of the draw, man.
It's not like
You get a
panic,
lot of
you
something
tank
or a
it,
lot of nothing.
But you need to get out as soon as possible.
I was going to say, we pulling out invis flashes here. I was like, are we at the point of invis flashing?
Yeah, I'd like the thought from BloodX to get out of there as soon as possible. Obviously, I don't see the full zone, but already just kind of looking at what it's telling clicks to go, it's going to be a southeast type zone this time around.
Yeah,
they gotta be ready
I'm
to
not.
run.
I mean, it's also he's already got 2 kills. You got to, unless those were some very scrappy box fights, he has to be at least looking pretty solid
Yeah.
up on Surge, I think. So there's not really any reason to stick around past what he's already gained. This is a 2-day format. Yeah, 2-day format, chat. 6 games today, 6 games tomorrow. No multiplier though. All the way the same through. 65 points for the win.
I would
Each
run.
of
I
them's
would run
3.
a Kevin.
Everyone gets
I
money.
would
but
run
obviously,
Kevin.
you know,
Lotto.
gets much chunkier at the top end, but. Yeah, this is the finals of the solo series. We don't know if there's going to be another one of these in the future. I hope there will be, but
Yeah, I hope
we've
so
had
too,
no word.
honestly.
So yeah, we're going to make the best of it. It's been fun. It's been very fun. We got EU tomorrow too, and I believe, I don't know if I'm signing you up for this early. I think Jacob will be joining us again tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, for Central at least.
That's my goat. It's my goat.
For
It's my goat right
Central
there.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see how we go now. I think we got to watch clicks here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave you on clicks. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Let's see if you can figure out what happened with these kills, because I don't even know. Give me one sec.
Let's see right now. Clicks. I do like his strategy. If you guys actually noticed, he's not necessarily staying high up, so he's worrying less and less about getting shot up from the side or tagged up from the players on the mountains. Hasn't really happened too much to him so far, but this is actually going to give him the aerial view that he's looking for to see how contested he actually is or not. Spots out the launch pad. Him and Higgs kind of doing the same thing. There's one player above him. You can kind of see it on the mini-map, but nobody is actually contesting the drop right away. So I wonder how they creep in. Oh, okay. This is how he gets his first elim. Okay, that's a... Ooh, okay, from the distance. No way he gets them both. No way he gets them both. He actually got them both. Zesmal and Chris. That whole left side of the map is now free, right? So
Was that
yes,
both out of the sky? I'm seeing
he
two
took
kills
2.
instantly.
Yes, Zestful,
Oh
which
my
was
gosh.
in a contested drop, and then Chris.
Nope.
So I'm just, I
Chris
don't
was
know if it's
93
worth
points
it.
too.
Actually, no, dude, he just saved Tenya. That guy.
Okay, so it was okay.
Now he has uncontested this game.
Jeez, I mean, we've talked about this drop. We've never had a map with this level of verticality where it's just certain buzz paths. Just get beamed. There's just some games where you just are going to
It
die
would
if
not
they get
count
the
as
right gun and
FNCS, Zach.
ALC.
This is
It's
not
his
FNCS,
first
so it wouldn't count.
elimination, his first win over at the gas station. Jagu, I know we watched that fight a fair bit. Goes down early in this one. Let's see who else we missed going down. Anyone big? Whale. Scroll takes down Whale. EU versus NA. Ooh, I was going to say West, but Central.
NA. Just call him
NA. We'll go
He's
with NA.
both-ish.
He's both. He's both. He's Central when he pops off. West when he fails. That's how it kind of works. Scroll wins it though. 38 point. Don't dance on him. Scroll.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I mean,
I think that's worse than getting danced on. Yeah, I was gonna say that's worse than getting danced on.
Okay, my
was
prediction
Dozier.
did come true. J-Sick moved into Rip Tides. I was pretty confident. I love Seek. I love Dozier. I take any chance to gas them up. Dozier and Seek, both my high-ping Canadian goats, but I just knew, sorry, Dozier high-ping. I don't think Seek is. He just plays with a lot of the Canadian, French-Canadian guys, but I knew they were not going to hold down Rip Tides. I could see it, but J-Sick potentially stepped into enemy territory here, and Seek and Dozier pinch him, and Seek's looking, but too far away. Dozier gets the health off, and I knew someone was going to take the fight. I didn't say they'd be able to win it, but I thought someone would start to look at Riptides potentially as Rapid is not
Does he have
where
damage?
he should be. No, why is Rapid here?
That's kind of
We're
his drop.
Humble
No,
Hills.
yeah, no, he's supposed to be on the
Really?
hill right to the right of Humble Hills, I do
Oh.
believe.
So he just hasn't he always been over here? Am I stupid? Chad, hasn't Rapid always been up near like Iomzo every other game, or am I high?
No, he just rotates there right out of the gate.
Oh. So he starts here and he goes all the way up here almost every game.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
'Cause
does.
every time we see Rapid, he's like way more mid-map. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, you are right. Yeah, this is close to his drop,
And I think
guess.
it's not a bad rotation because, like, if you look at, like, Inaloop Labs, like, where he would have to rotate through, most of them are going to be busy looting. They're not going to be on a box or a mountain or anything like that. And plus, if he has the jetpack, he can start from high up already.
I mean, yeah, okay. And Seek is apparently Canadian. I was right. I always get that one. I don't know who the one is that we think's high ping that isn't. I swear Seek was one where people told me he's not, but yeah, Seek is Canadian. But Dozier, I definitely know. That's my French Canadian goat.
What's up,
He's
Whips?
holding it
Love
down
the stream. Keep doing
on
it. I
the
love
60
watching.
or whatever
Thank you,
ping
bro.
get for
Thank
Quebec.
you.
I don't know.
Just much love to
North side of the
everybody here
map,
having a good
kinda
time.
chilling out a
As
bit.
long
So
as you
Curly
guys are
and
having a
Josh
good
are straight
time.
up just not fighting.
loving it.
Looks like the loot isn't benefiting either of them too much. 55 to 75. I would have probably expected one of them potentially be doing better if I knew they were going to split, but I'm interested to see. I mean, I like seeing Shadow do so well. So Shadow's dropping down on this far south of Classified Canyon, which I think the zones haven't really been that favorable for this drop either. I wonder if maybe that's part of the strategy, though. Again, a lot of these players like playing Storm. Maybe getting zone here might be what causes Shadow to stumble a bit.
I think this could be...
My game sound. I'm just...
I think this actually could be a good opportunity for Shadow. I don't want to just say take first place by any means because it's not that easy, but if Zone keeps coming over here, he's positioned here. Classified Canyon, it's one of the best, worst drops in my book just because it's in that canyon underneath and you have to basically walk outward. So if you can position well here and the zone comes over here, every team's going to end up either down there or flying across it.
I mean, the other thing which has been happening on Central right now, I've been following, so Iomzo and Josh stopped dropping Classified Canyon, actually landed up here on this split on Rapid and Reek because they were just sick of just getting beamed and dying.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
and I said that early on. I like Josh Iomzo, but that drop spot, I don't care how many chests are there, it's not a good drop spot for competitive.
Really? See, I really like that. I was rating it super highly, but after watching it, I'll say I definitely was wrong on that one. It's looking like a pretty rough drop. I thought it was good, again, mostly from playing like Franks there, and again, like you said, loot density, but you put it in lobbies like this and it just doesn't quite add up as Iomzo might be getting some dense loot with an airdrop. I want to see them buff airdrops. After seeing the material in airdrops in Reload, I kind of want them to add that to Battle Royale. I want this to be more of a mid-game objective.
Yeah,
where it's really
something
worth
to fight
fighting
over.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is... most of the time, it gives you nothing. Let's see what Iomzo gets here. Let's see if we're wrong. But I swear, most of the time, the airdrops are like one of the most disappointing loot refreshes ever. We'll see. All right, let's see if I'm wrong. What does the Iomzo get from this airdrop that he's now had to waste like 100 mats? He got dynamite. That's not right. A med kit and a stack of minis with a purple
Yo,
SMG.
please grab the dynamite. Just throw it at somebody.
Outside of the one thing that's not meant to be in the airdrop, we gained basically nothing. We lost material going for that, essentially.
Oh, man.
Ooh, Jojo and Hari. So Hari fighting again, potentially against Jojo? Maybe Hari wants to get some payback on Jojo taking him down last game.
I think what JoJo probably knows, like, I would love to think at least, and I know, you know, ping isn't necessarily everything, but if you know somebody from EU is playing and you have a chance to make it an aggressive situation to where you're playing for peace control, like, you should be pushing that chance because you're not going to get those same opportunities later in the game. But then again, that's coming from me. I'm not necessarily good at the game, so I would probably die going for it.
That's 100% the play. No, you do. If you know you're dropping on someone on EU, you take every 50-50 you can for the loot. You go for you make it a box fight as much as possible.
Yeah,
like
what's up, Fear?
You play that into your advantage. There's just no reason not to. Try and minimize 50-50s. You know they're usually going to jump on your face the first chance they can, so you try and play a little bit more distance if you can. But yeah, it plays into your strategy for sure. Higgs inside Carmen land with 150 builds, 3 big pots, 3 slurps. I didn't see the gold. There's 600 gold. Nice. Looking very good. This might be the game to break it, mate. But see, why is it only one of them can ever be stacked? Now
I was like, just laughing.
It's not bad, but it's so weird. Only one of them is allowed to be stacked. Clix even got 2 free kills off rip, so he had as much time in the world as he wants to just loot up, and it just feels like only one of them can get stacked. This isn't bad loot by any means. Oh, never mind. 950 gold. He's chilling. He can buy almost two slurps, but he's most likely going to pop that med kit, buy an extra 2 bigs, and carry the extra gold in. And then
I was thinking especially last game, the chug jug, 3 slurps, good actual like loadout, green and gold here he has on him, and then Clix gets sticks and stones and a piece of paper, and hopefully he can make enough happen.
And this is the most stacked they both look between them, though, which is very good for Higgs, now pushing for that first place. It is Higgs also against his ex-teammate Rapid. It's a while ago, but I feel like Rapid is when we really started to see Higgs shine. So yeah, I like seeing Rapid do well in solos. I think we haven't seen that many stacked solos in NA. We got more of the third-party tournaments on EU, but Rapid has been a phenomenal solo player for a while now. I remember focusing, especially during Crime City. He always has a kind of unconventional strat, and I think these early rotates he's making, giving up loot to get better positioning, is paying off fantastically. And there's not too many other of the pros doing it right now. Sphinx has dropped down the leaderboard a little bit. He
not today, but we're gonna watch the closeout of West tomorrow. VZQ. Sphinx, I like this. So far, he's kind of positioned good. As long as you don't go into the divot over Classified Canyon, anywhere around here is gonna work. I think the north side is where you kind of want to be at, though, simply because of the zone. I feel like if it does pull towards the south, you can kind of rotate through the middle. You can dip down. You'll be safe. But if it pulls towards the north and you're on the south side, that's where most of the lobby's actually going to be at already. Salt 136. Yep.
Who is Salt doing with chat? I know it's someone we know. Who is
Blake, I think.
That's what... It's Blake. That's why I started paying more attention to Salt. I think it is. Yeah, chat's saying it as well. Yes, that's why I started paying attention more to Salt. And Blake has been the one like, yo, Salt is crazy at solos. I love when like it's duos that put me on their duo. It's such a vibe where I want them to be right. I want to support them. I've been seeing Taki do the same thing right now in my chat with Vert. Unfortunately, that's not playing too much. It's not really working. But I like the support either way. As Bolts 116 at Latte landing. Well, I mean, we're deep. We are deep in this one. Same with Clix. And this what?
I can see aim because, again, remember, one of the guys that was originally landing there, you know, got beamed out of the sky. Somebody did end up looting it up. You're kind of hoping for scraps. But,
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, he's got the barrels. Okay, he's got the barrels. He's got the slurp going now. 5. I mean, yeah.
This only makes sense if he has gold.
I understand the storm play, but come on. We're in Narnia. It's the opposite corner of the map. I have to just, for my sanity and sake of the meta, hope that doesn't work. Like, I need to hope he doesn't have a good game here, because that's insane.
I think it'll look sweet up until, like, 5th, 6th zone to where you have to make it in or you're getting 5 tick. Like, it'll work good to get you up until that point. But... even now, you're seeing, look at the whole western side of where the zone actually is, the north side of where the actually zone is, and then the teams outside of the zone as well. So it's not going to be easy for any of these teams that are waiting that long to get in. Even Bolts is feeling the pain now.
Look at this. We got Bolts and Curly, 2 of the greatest fighters on the region, going out in painted palms, and the next zone is a Classified Canyon. Like, we got to get moving. I understand Curly wants to get some free tags, but Bolts has now gone back. Now Bolts having to rotate ahead of him, but Bolts is turning around and looking this whole time. Hits the old crash pad, trying to save his jetpack, maybe trying to create some distance. I imagine he might jetpack here, but again, I have the ability to see that, oh, never mind, he's seeing Kyrie, so Bolts might be scared to hit the jetpack, but he's going to look around and try and hold Curly here if he can. He's 100% made himself known back there as Higgs makes it in. So Higgs and Clicks, looks like they've both made it out of Storm. I think that's Clicks who's just making it now. It is. So Higgs and Clicks both making it in before we hit this 4th and 5th zone. So good game for them so far. 462 above, progressing well. Let's check on some Surge. We've got Higgs on 426 as well. That's actually terrifyingly similar.
Rapid should be above. Yeah, let's say
450. Nice. Shadow
hasn't had to move at all. 463.
Wow. Jeez. Who's going to be below, man? Everyone's looking too healthy right now. 4-8. Dude,
wow,
what is
even
happening?
Soul, with all the rotations he had to make?
So I'm thinking everyone's looking extremely good. This is the best surge we've seen for our top players. Wow. I guess southeast zones. Other zones where we kind of see all our big players do well. Oh, and Scare we can't know. I guess Scare will have to wait and see. Find out the next episode as Bolts. Oh, I love this.
All right, it's just one of those times.
one of those lovely
times.
replay moments. Oh, and it's still gone. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for one of them to scope in, I think, and then we'll be able to see Surge. Sorry, chat. We're just working with the bugs right now. You guys experience it in game. I experience it in replays.
Bolt's not getting greedy, just on the edge. Ritual gets the Elim on the reciprocal. Could be the start of something new in the second half of the day for Ritual, but Curly still has a long way to go. Jack and Preston in a fight, and this is a must-win fight for whoever wants to stay alive. I don't think either one of them have heals, and the only thing that's going to work and save him is going to be the Siphon. Jack pressuring from underneath, but Preston runs out of builds. He has control out of that one, but Jack just kind of replacing and trying to run away. It's a sliver of HP, and he gets slid on. Preston gets the Elim, the gold as well for the patch-up, because he doesn't need any more bigs or minis, so this is a great situation for Preston to be in after winning that fight. Just needs materials.
I've never seen someone win 2 fights and be less confident in their fighting ability. Between the last fight and this fight from Preston, we got to shake the nerves. It's been a rough showing from Preston so far. We're winning, but like we're only just winning. We're getting by. We're not really dominating. So I hope Preston can start hitting some bigger shots, swinging a little bit harder. Because I know Preston has it in him. I think he might just be nervous with the set lobbies. We'll see. Rapid, beautiful zone pull. Same with Sphinx. We're going back across the classified canyon. Let's see who's in here. Curve just making their way in. Hari, Sharkman, Jojo, Dazzy, Carbone. I believe Higgs and Clicks should be somewhere over here, I think. Well, they're still waiting to make their rotate. There it is. We got Acorn next to Clicks. Higgs right next to Josh. Going down underneath. Cutting line of sight here.
I mentioned the north side of classified.
Right, he's going to have a brick refarm down here too. So he's going to stagger, stop on the edge, brick refarm. We saw how much surge he had. 266. He's confident that's going to hold. There's no reason to try and sit up above if he doesn't need to take any shots on anyone.
Yeah, I think at least for the next 2 zones, he does not need to make a mistake. He just need to peek for no reason. Curly, you can kind of see why he's looking to get a little aggressive. 132, probably got some damage on the Scare, trying to chase him down, but it just becomes more and more risky the longer and longer the fight takes, especially as we get closer and closer towards the center of the zone. Zalt, 116, probably in a similar scuffle, forced to pop some minis, bigs, trying to heal up, and I think that's what you're seeing with a lot of the teams that have just rotated in from the northeastern side of the map. But just remember when we were talking about like Sphinx and Rapid and all the people on the south, you want to get on the north side of Classified Canyon in case the zone pulled towards the north, just like this. More times than not, we do have those edge zones, but if it pulled towards the north, you just want to be prepared, and I like how both Sphinx and a Rapid were prepared for it.
Yeah, I like the fact that it looks like all of our healthy teams are good on Surge, but yeah, these people on this eastern edge, Clicks, Higgs, I think they're going to have to pick their rotates wisely. There's going to be a lot of people around them right now who aren't sitting as good on Surge, as Tyler literally jumps in Clicks' box as I say that. That's a Surge fight I've ever seen. It. Yep, 43 below. Tyler's got 2 floppers to pop, but is the problem with Surge sometimes. You could have managed everything with your game perfectly, but it's the desperation of the opponents around you that can catch you off guard. But it looks like Clicks created some space. He was aware. He was ready for it. And then Rapid on this more kind of, west and south edge should be looking better with most of the players over here being a bit healthier. The Rapid already been set up. 150 builds on the dot. Literally max material in his big base with 3 slurps, 6 minis. First place, Rapid is looking extremely good as Sphinx goes down in 5th.
The big loss for Sphinx to go down, but hey, Bolts is probably looking at it Happened to me last game. It's his chance to maybe overtake Sphinx. Higgs, after winning that one, puts himself 17 points down. Electro going down as well. We're losing some big names. And Electro went down to the Storm itself.
So, I mean, yeah, big names going down. Salt 113 above. Higgs and Rapid. It could be a neck-and-neck race here this game unless some of these people start having a bit better kind of performances here. 113 above for Salt. That's a few AR tags, and it swings below, especially if it's someone that's on the bottom. Starts getting that damage. 43, there you go. It goes down extremely quick when you get these bad zones. 54 above, but I think that's going to swing back down. 32. Salt's played well here, but zero extra meds. We're at 89 builds. We're not even going to be full health, full shield. So Salt needs to find a big briefly soon, or just trust that he can somehow rotate with the 88 builds and not take any damage. Meanwhile, Rapid and Higgs 100, 400 above, healthy as Higgs in the same position, 400 above, 1 slurp, 3 bigs. It's going to be Higgs versus Rapid, and after the last game from Higgs, I'm a little bit scared for Rapid. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, Rapid right now is playing well in consistency, but Higgs has that, I feel like, just that pop-off potential to just take over a game, whether it's solos, duos, trios, at any moment. Once he flips that switch, he's on. 428 above the damage threshold. You can see he's focusing on looking at the backside of the zone. For someone in Kligs' position here, it's important for him to kind of go with the rest of the pack. He's probably going to let a couple of teams go first, maybe tag up a couple of shots, but once the majority of those players begin to rotate, that's where we're going to see him try to make his way out of the box. Rapid probably as well, because they have similar position at a far pool in the zone. Rapid's chilling with Dolzier right now on the edge of this one, and all these people off the mountain are going to have to make big rotates. Golden over there has a very easy rotate, but everyone else back here, Muzz, Salt, again, Scary Sean, Acorn, G-Money, they're all just going to fly and hope they aren't the one that's picked, because it's a pretty tough pull. They should be able to fly straight into the zone as long as they don't get beamed too quickly. We've got Salt trying to make the one right now, and Salt we know is not that far above. He's now 103 below. This is our 3rd highest player right now, and Salt's been doing extremely well to be up on that leaderboard. He's putting himself up there. We talked about underrated players. Did I hear Dynamite? I think you do. I hit Dynamite, but I think it might be a replay bug. I'm not seeing Dynamite. That's a very long wick. I don't think we have to worry. I'm not sure how I hear Dynamite, but Salt's 30 and below here. He's trying to get a little bit more damage. 1 more AR tag, still 4 below. It's just not adding up. He needs a couple more tags. 6 above. If zone pulls Max, he gets jumped in on or he gets caught off guard. I'm not even sure what's happened. I don't think Soul knows what's happened. And that puts him 67 below. He has the shield to pop, but I don't think he's going to be able to out-heal this one. There's still 8 players that have to go down. He needs damage. Yeah, now he's just getting sprayed. Good opportunity to maybe fry back, but that's Rapid to give him a little bit of pressure. Muzz on the backside of the box. He takes control of that one, gets the piece control, and a big shot on Assault, who's barely living on a prayer that goes unanswered. Muzz cleans up that elimination, and you can see why Muzz is getting aggressive. He has nothing to his name right now. Most of that coming off of the back of that elimination, and now he's down below the damage threshold, so it just continuously gets harder. Now Storm Surge activates every 7 seconds, 25 damage, but he quickly answers that call. 2 quick tags, puts him 60 above, but Muzz knows it's not over just yet. He needs another elimination here if he has any hope of winning this game. Rapid, 168 points, 120 builds. Rapid is in a fantastic position. This rotate is going to be flying through the sky. Think he should be all right. No one's set up on high ground just yet. No one's really taking shots up. There's a lot of people joining him. Josh is up here. Muzzy, Omzo, Ritual, Doxy's up here. Rapid. This could be his big game to clutch up. I'm going to check on Higgs in a second because Rapid is sitting pretty. Kligs is up in the sky now too. Higgs has already landed. 225 above, but the difference here is Higgs has gone through a lot of his meds. He has 1 big pot left. That's not enough for him to start feeling pressure to go for a W key, but if he takes another tag here, if he gets hit off this rotate just like this, he's going to have no extra shield. He's got 1 big pot, lands on the mountain. Wait, the big rock could be the position that Higgs needs to close out this game. Back-to-back wins for Higgs to surge up the leaderboard. Rapid's looking healthy, but an easy early high ground from Higgs could be what changes things. Yeah, a little bit of mishap there, so he doesn't get the ultimate high ground. There are a couple players that did position themselves right above him, but it's not too much to worry about. Muzz, we saw the situation when he was in, barely living with Scythe and Mats. Instead of popping the med kit, he's just trying to stay ahead of the zone, prioritizing a little bit of positioning, but realizing he's safe, he's going to pop that med kit. Bolts, sacrificing some Storm Surge ticks or damage in general with the Slurp Juice that's popped, just to make sure he gets the most out of that wingsuit. Those are the blessings and the curses you play with making a rotation like that. Rapid just, it's been boring gameplay, but that's what you want. Like every time I tune to Rapid, he's just rotating. He looks healthy. There's no pressure. There's no fear. And that's what you want to be in. My man's in first place right now. And he's looking comfortable. 68 builds, still 2 slurps, 6 minis. I think Rapid has taken, I have to imagine, no damage on this rotate, except for maybe 1 slurp. Because he hasn't got a refresh, hasn't got the kills, but he always looks healthy every time we tune in. Higgs gets a kill in the feed. 23 builds. But unfortunately, he's lost his shield and has nothing left.
Yeah, down 13 points or 17 or so to start this game. He looks at the backside of zone. He realizes he needs material. He needs anything he can get his hands on, even if that means sacrificing the HP to make it a possibility. But he quickly repositions, knowing he cannot stay at that high layer. Drops down below, but the pressure and the focus continuously getting him down to just a sliver of HP. But now he's down out of the minis. He's really going to have to think and dig deep in order to find some play to make happen. He's editing that build rather swiftly, but now he's fresh out in the backside of zone with the zone pressuring him in. He drops Carbone down. A much-needed elimination for Higgs. He once again struggles, and this is where I feel like you might see some of the nerfs. That's the second time we've seen him make the mishap with the jetpack late in the game, and it's actually Rapid, yes, that takes down Higgs.
Oh, first takes down, second Higgs does the impossible almost, gets the refresh he needs with nothing to his name. Higgs just always clawing himself out of those tough situations, but the accidental misclip, and Rapid might be taking down Higgs and then Iomzo. Never mind, Iomzo gets out, but Rapid opens up on Aoxy, luckily closes it. I think he caught Aoxy off guard with that edit. Neither of them expected the opponent to be there. Iomzo breaks inside top 10, gets another elim in the feed, but all eyes on Rapid. 205 points. He's taken down second, so how much of a buffer can he put between him and Higgs?
Really what matters right now, and you can see him just trying to play his calm, cool, collected, dropping down on the outside, saving the material for when he gets to the bottom. He's seeing a whole war go down on the other side, finally peeking, getting one of those eliminations there from Taki. That's his only second one of the game, but it's those siphon mats that he's after. Chari barely staying alive, but he quickly goes down to Ritual. Final 4 situation. There's so much pressure coming down from above, but Rapid and even Ritual, they don't have a chance to look up. All 3 of the other solos are all smushed together with high ground, really not having to worry about anything. And now Zabi's getting taken out, but Rapid once again steals another elimination here late in the game, grabbing the siphon, keeping himself alive. Ritual from down below. Oh my god, Rapid just takes down another big name in his path. Can he win another game in the solo series? No, he cannot. Base Killer takes down Rapid and ends a dream run.
I believe this is Slepsy here. So Slepsy takes the win on 116 points, but Rapid, what a game. I mean, Higgs was looking fantastic. Rapid's just looking that much better. Higgs is playing great, but Rapid, he is such a good solo player. And again, I'm going to give a shout out to you. You're the one who called me out for not having on my prediction. I changed my mind, and I'm feeling very, very good about it. Rapid is looking disgusting right now. 225, 42 points between first and second. I think the biggest gap we've seen, a 4 elim second, a 1 elim 12th, a 5 elim first, and a 0 elim 8th. An average placement of 5.75 in set lobby solos.
Wow, dude, he is just on. It's just, I don't know what it is with Rapid, dude. Ever since globals are not qualifying for globals, because he didn't qualify for globals, or maybe I'm just drunk right now. Yeah, I don't even know.
The one before.
But like, yeah, ever since like not qualifying or just not making, it's just been a whole different Rapid. I don't know. In a good way.
Rapid's just. He just gets underrated all the time, and it sounds crazy saying that. He IGL'd the best NA placement at LAN, but still, like when Reed wanted to pick up Rapid,
high
and
in
still
this stream when I stream,
even when we talk about like again,
or is it crazy high all the time?
Trying to make a snaking happen because he wants bolts, he wants he wants a tier 1 fragger,
and is it mine?
Judging him for that,
or Aussies?
He deserves a tier 1 fragger.
Thank you so
I think
much,
that's
Abby. By
totally
the way,
justifiable for Rapid
game.
to have high standards for teammates because he's that good, and doing it in solos is only going to help that. I have to imagine. I don't know if Reed would be cheering him on here, or maybe hoping that he starts to struggle. Like you want to lock down your duo. Like Reed already said, like, look, if Cold comes knocking, if Bolts or Poyo or Pete wants to play with Rapid, like, I'll get it. I'll step aside. I'm not going to try and kick up any hissy fit, but if Rapid's looking this good, it might start to get those players' attention even more. But Iomzo in 10th, Bolts in 8th, doing very well. Muzz jumping up to 5th. Uncon Muzz, he hasn't had that huge game, but as is always the story with Muzz, just insanely consistent in solos. Virgo's down here as well. We've got Jargu jumping up a little bit. So if Jargu wasn't con, I have to imagine things look a little bit different. different. Those 0-point games got to hurt.
Yours should
Clicks
go down
in
to
24th, not bad at all. Scroll now in 37th. So from EU,
I'm so
Harry in
lost.
38th, not too bad. Acorn in 43rd. Richie had his best game just then. Yeah,
Yeah.
4 Elam third from Richie to jump up almost inside top 40. We got some of the big names moving.
Yeah, the only one I'm really worried about right now, honestly, is Bolts. Because where did he end in this last one? Let me see.
So Bolts ended up in that last game. He's dropped down a bit. He finished 28th.
28th. So like he's had 2 back-to-back bad games. He's won one. 25th, I think, is kind of normal with 4 eliminations and how he was playing in game 2. Yeah, that's normal. But now you've just had a 94th. You've had a 28th. You've already let that kind of gap go through your fingers. So now it's just this. I think this is a very important make or break game for Bolts, at least to close out the rest of the day.
Yeah, I mean, there's no multiplier tomorrow as well, chat. And I have to remind you guys, 2-day format is regular, but yeah, you want to finish out the vibes good. Game 5.
I am not. Oh, by the way, Pred, who was it? Who won Pred?
6 with bad vibes, it's usually just a train wreck of a game.
Rapid won Pred again, right?
Those players down the
Dev,
leaderboard
can you
making
confirm?
stupid plays, just doing stupid things, and then you have to shake the mental tonight. So it'd be nice to get a big game here for Bolts. I think you can do it.
Okay, we're doing it again
dropping down
for
a little
this
bit is
game
kind of
as
sad
well.
for me. I like seeing the underdogs, but
We'll do
Zabi
2
being up
minutes
here as
this
well.
time since it started.
Elam 4th, representing the Mexican community is very awesome to see. Muzz Chance, I talked about expecting Chance to get contested, but I think he's held down Sus Studios to himself this whole time, and the 4th place definitely makes me think he has.
Yeah, and I'm liking Muzz too, considering like we all know how he played in the last solo series. And so this is like a good redemption run, and as long as he keeps it close to end out the day, we know what Muzz can do. He can pop off tomorrow, close out, and we see him at the top of the leaderboard.
I do think, and I don't
yeah.
want to say this in any way to discredit people who did well in the last solo series, but that solo series, I think, was a set lobby, 3 or 4 days into the new Surge, or at least it was like our first major tournament with the new Surge. So I feel like a lot of people drew a bunch of inferences off that play, that performance, which I don't think we can. The meta's already evolved so much now since that Surge, as people have kind of settled into it. We did have people like Pete who won on NA playing 1-gun loadout in Storm, but I think especially with the old map, and we just came out of trading and a bunch of duos splitting, it did feel like that tournament was, if you didn't have a good drop spot, there was just absolutely nothing you could do. Even worse than what Fortnite normally is, in my opinion. I don't know. No,
I mean, I can get it, because I mean, sometimes, you know, you have those players that learn very, very quickly. They know how to handle the meta like right after it comes out, and then you have those players that kind of need some time. So like, I can see how you take it with like a grain of salt, or can take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think it's well, because I still like to always do that without discrediting people who did well, though. If you adapt quickly and things change and you can step up to it, like, that's awesome. You deserve the credit. But I think when people with tournaments like that are like, oh, but look, he must suck at solos now because he did bad in this tournament. It's like, well, there are factors that come into play there. I think Muzz, I remember talking to him the night before about his drop spots, and it was just shambles, but he's looking good. Illusion dipping out of this one. I want to see Muzz do it. We'll see. I'm mad biased towards Muzz. Everyone knows it, but Rapid, he's popping off. 225. And is his drop like at fear of getting beamed out of the sky? I don't think so, because like even on this bus path, he's not.
I don't think he has much fear. Yeah, I don't think
there's
there's too many worlds where he gets beamed out of the sky.
I don't think there's any now that I think
Yes,
about it.
he is the guy on high
get down
ground.
first. Yeah, the team's over there, but that's too far out of render distance. I think Rapid, irrelevant of bus path, and he lands on the balloon sometimes. Just gets insta. He gets insta 6 crash pads, the AR and the slow. Misses the jump a little bit, so slows it down, but it's looking good either way.
Yeah.
Higgs put on the Higgs skin. I hate this skin so much, bro. I hate the Silver Surfer skin. Okay, how's everyone looking?
Scare's
still
172.
Yeah, I mean, I think this building getting buffed was such a big change for Scare. Has anyone know if Scare had painted palms marked before the update? Probably did, right? So I think Scare got really blessed by that change this week.
Give me 1 more second. I'm gonna use that.
No, you go, bro. Yeah, don't be sorry. You're all good. Next skin is Female Venom. Oh god, yeah, that'll be the next one in his arsenal. How's Jargu? Hurry, wait, Aoxy batting Aoxy beat Jargu again. Oh no, he didn't. Where'd Jargu go? Jargu's not here. Did Jargu go somewhere? Genji Jargu, right? There he is. Where'd Jargu go? He's over near Lethal Labs now, and it hasn't gone well. We don't have a single gun. So the job spot swap from Jargu does not seem to be paying off. We have a gray TAC AR, 1 crash pad, and 0 meds. So I think we'll be back on Aoxy pretty soon, basically. Let's skip, see if I can get the leaderboard. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm having a lot more fun casting it seriously. Like I said, I do want to take this year quite seriously. Shout out Jacob. I know he's not here. And shout out Jacob's chat for listening to me yap. But 2026, we got some good tourneys. And the broadcast isn't casting a lot of them. So I do want to kind of step up and try and put on some more broadcast style stuff for you. With a bit more effort and time, I can also get some kind of packages made and make it even more broadcasty. But even just the casting feels fun. Still got all tomorrow too, so I'll be casting EU normal tomorrow by myself again. Like I said, Jacob's busy tomorrow, but we'll have Jacob back for NA Central too, which is going to be the closeout, the finish. It's fun. Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the good vibes too. He's better than IGL, Kanata, or Rapid. I mean, well, Rapid. Kanata thinks Rapid because Kanata let Rapid IGL land, and then they got the best NA placement. So I'd say like Rapid.
He's got to be.
I mean, it has to be. Like, I mean, the answer is, if people ask, Kanata said Rapid, because he's the one who stepped aside and let Rapid IGL in.
Well, to me, it's also like the proof is in the pudding as well. Like, he did well with Higgs. He's just done well, IGLing almost every single time.
Yeah, he has. And I think there was a little bit of a notion there. I remember Rapid got called like, oh, he's the dash IGL. Like, when dash is in the game, he's really good, but when this is in the game, he's not, type thing. And that's because I think his big pop-off performance was that. Was it second? Was it second to Grim Gate? Yeah, second to Peterbot in Grim Gate season. So that was kind of dash season. And then he showed some signs of life again when we had like the dash sprites. But I think he's just been extremely solid for a while now. Ooh. And a very good fighter. I think people forget how good his fighting is, which we're kind of seeing a little bit of here. Ooh. Well, they're not teaming at least. Let's see how that one plays out. It's just beaming from a distance. Let's see. We ain't teaming. I'm liking the Acorn having killed Bolts. We got Yomzo now having killed Josh. It is nice to see. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he heard it. Lurking on Curly from across. Here's Josh.
Yeah, I mean, we are not teaming. That's for sure.
You almost got to feel a little bad. They were outside of building before. There's nothing. He get dropped to 1 HP, quickly ARs. Like, you blink, you missed it.
And that was a 140. Is that a 146? Like, I know it's a purple pump, but like, damn, that's some
thank you,
range on the
Instigator, for
shotgun.
coming back and saying thank you.
That's a
Just know I appreciate you. Ink, love you, brother. Pax, I don't know if I answered your question, but not today, but I will tomorrow to watch finals, crown a winner.
So again, he's left again with not like his loot is never bad, but it's never exceptional either. It's never like, whoa, look at this guy's loot every time we look at him. It's enough to get the job done. And then I think Rapid just his fundamentals and the way he plays his early into mid progression is just perfect.
Yeah, even though his loadout isn't necessarily the best in terms of like his extra heals, he usually almost has max mat. So I think he has like his loot path in terms of where to get his materials quickly in the game. And then even if he goes to those like secondary spots across the map, he knows where he's going to land.
Yeah. Scared really wants this brick. Yeah, Scared really wants the brick, but it's good position at least. Chance, we haven't focused on too much.
Yo, Evil, bro, there's so many people I wanted to see do well, but I'm glad the people that are doing well are doing well.
And along with that, the Chug Jug, the value of finding those bosses. 100 builds, but getting tagged up a little bit. This could maybe have slowed down Chance's rotate, but the loadout's looking fantastic. Chance can do well here. Muzz, again, not an exceptional loadout, but more than enough to get the job done. And then let's see if Clicks is matching those. See, again, like, Higgs is now looking absurdly stacked, and Clicks just isn't quite there. As Neo takes down Craze. What's happening with Craze here? Let's see.
Higgs just has the better side. Just because Clicks has to go from the top down, Higgs is just getting everything.
I think it's just Higgs has the
Cartman game.
Yeah, whatever game you want to call it, the aim train, and oh no, Craze. Oh, the auto shotgun too. So Craze had a chance to maybe pull that off. He kind of reacts. Quick reaction time. Craze got some quick mechs, but there's not much you can really do there. The auto shotgun that close.
Look at the way it's frozen.
He even missed the shot, which gave Craze more of a chance, and it still didn't even look close. Who else want to keep an eye on? Who else we got here? Shadow? Shadow's down here. So it actually might be worth mentioning. Let me check. Was that Shadow last game? Was that his worst game?
I think so.
Shadow. What's Shadow's name, chat, on when I track? Good boy. Where's Shadow? Shadow's there. Yeah, 62nd. So we talk about it. It's actually the worst game Shadow's had is when he pulls zone. It's just, it seems to be certain players, they like being in Storm right now. It just plays into their strategy and they pull the zone and it just doesn't work for them. Okay,
Rapid's
sweet.
early
All right.
rotation here. This again, Rapid, like literally is picking almost the perfect early game spots every rotation.
It's almost like he knows. I mean, there's always been that kind of like, there's always that suspicion when you're like, what do some of these guys know? Like, what are some of the strats that they've got gate kept? Where I feel like you said as well, you get a feeling with zones, and definitely the best IGLs can start to predict them with some degree of certainty. But there's just sometimes where Rapid, especially, wasn't it? It was Dash season, wasn't it, chat? When Rapid first started working with Raz, and all of us were like, he has called every single zone. Do you guys remember that? I remember that exact stream. I was really suspicious of Rapid. I was like, he is pulling every single half positioned literally inhumanly perfect. So I just kind of like, what am I gonna do? I can't prove anything. He's just that good, I guess.
So you know how like in replay mode you can change the time of day? It's just automatic in game, right? Or is it the same in game?
I think it's different in game. I think in game has different time of day.
My theory is depending on where the zone pulls early, plus the time of day. I think, let's just say you have the same zone. I think the time of day will be the same in the same zones. So my theory is you take where the zone is going, plus the time of day, and that limits the amount of possibilities it can be. That's my theory.
Interesting. We got like, okay, we might be cooking. It could be an absolute stinker. I don't know, but I hear what you're saying. Like because the time of day, I don't actually know how they calculate the time of day in Fortnite seasons. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
It's just a wild theory that I have not tested out, but I can see it being a difference maker with some zones because all of that has to be pre-programmed in its own way, right? So every zone, I think, is pre-programmed. It's just random to how it goes to it. So if the zones are pre-programmed, why wouldn't the time of day be pre-programmed?
Yeah, okay. I'm liking the tinfoil hat theories here, though. It's good. It's good. I live for this. I mean, we had a point in time in Fortnite where looking at in a certain direction on your compass gave you the ability to hold things with 100% certainty. So, I mean, at this point, nothing's off the table. Like, some of the stuff that's being coded into this game, I don't even know at this point. We had pickaxes randomly do headshot damage for a while, so... Are you serious? Anything is possible. Yeah, the Star One? Do you remember the Star One pickaxe headshot?
Not in the beginning, no, but, like, I'm a good pickaxer, man.
I mean, no, it wasn't like deliberate. It was only the Star one. It did 6 damage to the headshot if you hit them in the headshot with the pickaxe. It was hilarious. It's insane.
Bring it back.
Let's not bring that back. Let's not do that. I mean, you and me might actually get some loot finally. It might be a good combat. Hey,
I'll contest anybody at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone, you want to see the rise of, see macros go down the drain? Just 86 pickaxe damage. Boom. Just swinging for chests. We got Muzz apparently. Unfortunately, Muzz is spoiled in my chat that he doesn't have a great game here. Thanks, Muzz. Love that out of you.
Hey, we could have a good clicks game here. We could have a good clicks game.
Yeah. 3 bigs, 3 slows. My man is doing anything with putting on his own icon skin. We're now rocking Savage's female icon variant. I kind of like it though. It's a clean skin. It is a clean skin, to be fair. Clicks is still on 96 here, which is not bad by any means. The whole day to go. 2 big games here to finish off with Clicks, and things could look extremely different. But I don't know if you saw where we're yapping about our theories. Higgs' loadout is absurd. We're in this base. We have high ground position. We have extra 6. That's 6 med kits, by the way. I can't remember how many bigs it is, but it's 6 med kits. Purple AR, gold pump, 150 builds in a base up above. Like, we're looking phenomenal in the
What's up,
zone.
brother?
Things could not be looking better. Muzz over here too.
Every game,
Rapid's looking. Every game.
Every game,
he's so
Higgs
stacked.
is stacked. Bro, I feel the nightmares coming for Clicks when he rewatches the VOD and sees what he's leaving with versus Clicks on the other side. Bro, he's gonna have nightmares.
And just, do you get a little bit of animosity there? Like, what makes
I'm
you...
doing good, Shark. Honestly, couldn't have been better.
Because, like, do you fight tomorrow? We'll see. I mean, tomorrow's where I'm looking to see people start lurking their way into Wonky Land, and things are going to get messy very quickly. We've already seen multiple duos kill each other today. I don't think Clicks and Higgs are off the cards with that one. Chance gets some good damage here on the edge. 100 builds for Chance. He still looked pretty good here. Let's do some Surge checks. So Muzz should be not the greatest, I think, on Surge. Oh, 186. Saw him kind of scrapping it earlier. Rapid should be great. 200. Higgs should be 320.
119. Wow, though.
You want to say you want to guess Scare before I click on it? What do you think Scare's gonna be?
Scare will be 286.
Whoa, you're better at this than me. Damn, 274. You're way better than me at this. Okay, well,
we already seen Muzz.
170. Okay, let's go with Bolts. How much do you think Bolts at?
Bolts, he came from the top side of the map, at least 250 or more.
Okay. Ooh, close though. You're still closer than me. Okay. All right. Jacob knows his stuff. Yomzo has the kill. I'm gonna say 290. Damn it. Closer than the other one. He's good. Yeah. You led with a 3 as well. You were gonna get it right on. You're gonna say 350, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't say 3. I would say around like 300, maybe a little bit above. But because of the elimination and how he got the elimination, it was a freebie.
That was free damage. That was freebie. Oh, and no, Chavi getting griefed by the balloon. My man's boxed up right now. The balloon just mowing its way through. Did Chavi just hit a 6-7 emote as soon as he got hit by a balloon?
It's possible.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he's trying to emote. I don't know if it's an emote in zone to kind of like yeah, I don't want to fight. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is a 6-7 emote. I thought I saw it. I was like, don't tell me I'm so brain rotted. I'm imagining people hitting 6-7 emotes
It's just stuck. PTSD. Just for the rest of your life, dude. I just hope this one centers up. I hope it just doesn't swing one way or the other too bad, but it is likely going to.
First versus second, we have Higgs on the far north side. Rapid is tending towards the south side. Neither of them pull the zone. It's not the worst. It's better for Rapid than Higgs, obviously, for sure. Not the greatest for Clicks either. Max opposite for Clicks, who's in Storm. Wonder if he's going to drop down and try and play the mending machine just to top himself up before he rotates. Probably wants to save those slurps if he can. I think so anyway. Scare also right on the edge. Scare's looking fantastic with that zone pull. 300 above, flying their way in. Golden goes down in the feed. Chance should have a pretty good zone here. They do. 200 above. Salt, after a bit of a stumble last game, wasn't a terrible game, but that end game looking rough. Has an elim, so Salt stepping up again. And 2-8 above. See how Muzz is going. Muzz, another big name on the board here who gets a max pull.
247.
I don't think he's going to try and... Didn't think he was going to ride the roller coaster. I thought that was going to be a little bit ballsy.
Nah, I think he's going to try to work his way close, get a couple more extra materials, and then use the jetpack here. 330, that means Aiden was probably above him, or maybe somebody was above him on the leaderboard. That just went down. He shot up, instantly shot back down, and wow, this just became a nightmare for Muzz. But he's going to try to extend this. Now that he has the line of sight on his side, he's going to extend it just a little bit before he pops all of his shields, but he might have just bit off a little bit more than he could chew here in that scenario. 1 above the damage threshold. Now he's in a situation where he has to look back and fight. Now Curly's in a similar boat.
No.
Oh, man.
No. We've got an aggressive Curly who's got nothing to lose right now with below surge. We've got Muzz in here. Alongo's got 60 above, but that doesn't hold up too well when you got 2 of the best fighters on NA, both needing damage, and you're the main target. Zone's pulling even further, so both of them need even more than what they currently have in Reds.
Oh,
Gets
wow.
welcome to NA. Curly flies up there, the confidence, gets the elim, gets the material, 130 builds, and Curly is now going to make the rotate. Unfortunately, Reds going down early in this one. No placement. Rapid is the main one who's just beaming people as they make their way in, but Higgs, this is the big one. Can Higgs make it in?
Yeah, I think most of those players already rotated in. They're right below him. So as long as he doesn't get greedy here, yep, this is going to be a good rotation. No shots actually connecting. 231 above. Hey, this is good because now look at the next zone. He's basically right there. There's so many other teams that need to rotate towards his south. As long as he waits, he can play this one perfect. But now Yamzo's in a tough spot. He's not only taking damage from enough third parties, but active Storm Surge as well. He only has 2 more ticks, 14 or less seconds. He needs to land 1 shot, but he's not going to get the chance. Scare actually steals that one away, getting up to 175 points, getting his Storm Surge that much better. 342, leaving himself much less to worry about. I thought I might have blinked, but I thought I saw Clicks going down in the feed as well.
You did. Clicks goes down in the feed. Unfortunately, it just, again, it feels like one of those situations. His loadout looked solid, and somehow Higgs pulls off the perfect rotate, has plot armor. No one can hit him.
That was Curly evil?
Clicks gets an elim before going down. Muzz positioned here next to Higgs. Curly as well, so they're all looking pretty solid. Half. Pulling Max towards the north. Ritual had his best game last game, so he could be kind of an end of day 1 warrior here. Matikan has a great rotate out there along the dead side. Don't think any of our high players leaderboard back here right now. Noxie's back here. Bluish, Sigma, Seek going through. So yeah, back here. So far, not really big effect on the leaderboard, but there's Rapid. There's the king of the lobby right now. First place, 261 above. See if he can have as successful as rotate as Higgs, and almost only takes 1 tag. That's great.
Give or take 40 plus points separating Rapid and Higgs. So
yeah,
Higgs not
42.
only needs Rapid to go down relatively early in this game, he needs to perform well in this game if he wants to try to close that gap. Because as long as they go toe for toe, that 40-point gap is going to stay the same. And you don't want to save it to the last game. But Salt, if it didn't get any worse, 77 HP, no extra heals, going below the damage threshold. Luckily for him, you could see the activity. Him going above and below while doing nothing just goes to show other players similar to him on the leaderboard is getting active, whether they're taking damage or giving damage out to somebody else. That's exactly what it means.
Yeah, and then we've got the max pull zone here. So any tag Salt takes is going to put him straight below, which is just double damage. He's going to get hit, go below, and then have to deal with Surge. So for Salt to get himself out of this one, going to take a monumental effort. There's the 8 below. Now knows it needs to make something happen soon. Doesn't even have the scoped AR as well. It's just the TAC AR. This is a disastrous spot for what is probably our most underrated placement so far. Unfortunately, having 2 rough games back-to-back to close out day 1. And we talk about the nerves and the lack of composure from some of these younger players. As Muzz goes down, that's a big elim for the leaderboard too. Muzz was currently top 5, falls down here. And it looks like he was the one struggling on Surge, because as soon as Muzz went down, Soul, well, 2 HP, 119 above. Can Salt somehow still hold on to this one and goes back below? It's 4 AR tags, almost slides into zone. 13 below, 13 above. Surge was about to tick. 1 tick is what'll take Salt out. If he falls here, and he does, he gets chopped out. Looking like he might get dropped here, but no damage comes through. Salt is just clinging on. He's holding on for dear life. Chris, please take some damage. Salt needs something here. Surge is not moving. Whoever else in this lobby is right on the threshold of being below. Cannot find any damage either. Rapid still 200 above. Higgs 200. Scares 300. And Salt just needs anything.
He's better from 13 to 28. He's in a better spot, but 2 HP. And you can see he has less than about 250 builds on top of that. No real opportunities here. While he was below the threshold you're talking, I'm over here pulling my hair like, shoot your gun, brother. Shoot something, anything. But it's actually looking like his patience is working out. 50 above, letting the lobby do the same thing. But now Shadow falls below. He's taking not only active ticks, but damage as well. Struggling to try to stay to 5, but now he's using the last mini. This has just become a nightmare because every 7 seconds, 25 damage. Shadow needs to push onto somebody, because even if some damage goes around the lobby, it's not going to be enough, because look at that, 4 still below. A breath of fresh air here from 3 to 30 above. But that's just not going to be enough. Shadow needs to figure out where he's going to get damaged, because when Storm Surge turns on yet again, Shadow will certainly be below that threshold.
It's not looking great. We're having a lot of big names go down in the top 5, but our 2-horse race, our head-to-head Rapid and Higgs, as we see a strategy.
This is how stressed I actually look during tournaments in FNCS. This is how stressed I actually look casting with somebody too. So you guys know, a little sneak peek type thing.
Also going for a treehouse strat, trying to chop him out. But Rapid's looking good right now in first place, 78 builds. Like you said, he needs to go down early for Higgs to come back here, unless Higgs has a monumental game. But that loadout has been looking beautiful this whole time. 113 builds for Higgs, 0 eliminations, but he's still got 2 slurps, 3 bigs, a gold pump, and a purple AR. He's going to stagger, pop this slurp on the backside, wait for other people to rotate first, so he's not the last one in the sky. Flies up, and he's looking good. He's going to go straight down on front side. Beautiful position. And again, Higgs makes another rotate with absolutely 0 player damage taken. Takes the wall, has a 2x1, and Rapid's looking good, but he's not looking as healthy as Higgs right now.
Yeah, he's burning through a lot of his hard materials. Lucky for him, he still had enough left over to get to the other side. Just free farming where he can. He knows he got more distance to cover, as the zone is going to continue to open up, and it's not over recycled builds, so it's all going to be fresh. But I do like what he's doing. You see him going up the layer, down the layer, just trying to hide where he's actually at and not give anybody any free shots right now. Does look like Sigma, Neo, they're the ones on the high ground, but I spoke too soon. It's reciprocal, even higher than that. And I said it in an earlier game, it's the second height. People like Aoxy, people like Bolts, those are the ones you really got to worry about.
Higgs is also in here as well. He's staying on this backside, and I was wondering why he was kind of feathering so close to his build without kind of going out. Waits for the zone to pull back, gambles it, and gets a decent zone pull. It's not quite straight back, but he gets the edge, and almost falls down onto a bad layer. With this many mats, he doesn't want to fall down to low ground just yet. It's too risky of a layer to need. Slepsy, last game winner, 13 builds, trying to get something off on Victor V. Virgo, looking probably one of the healthiest right now in the top 5, 48 builds, max meds, gold pistol. Virgo is looking exceptional. It's Rapid, picks up another kill in first, but he jetpacks and hits his head. Yeah,
and he was full HP, so that elimination does not help him when it comes to the siphon of the HP. He might have been able to pick up the build, but this is a Higgs dream right now. Rapid, only 21 HP. Storm sickness warning on top of that. 0 builds. He's used the last one. Doxy's healing on the other side of that build, but Rapid knows there's too much chaos going all around. He has to pick and choose when he tries to open up those builds. Letting 1-2 players go on by. That's Prom on the other side. The shot is going to connect, but for Rapid, it's not enough damage to get the elimination. He's able to find a way to sneak away some of those builds, but no siphon still for Rapid.
He gets the builds, but not really any of the extra value. He has no health, puts himself in a cone, his very last build. And honestly, good composure for Rapid not to burn those earlier. 0 builds, 1 elim, needs to make it 2, and there's a play on the cone. Rapid doesn't edit it, but crosshair control right now. The discipline of Rapid not to go for this, but no, I've cursed him. He misses every shot when it matters. And if I call that right, and it's Higgs up above 20 builds. Higgs is the one who takes advantage when Rapid stumbles. Higgs is running for the finish line. He's got every advantage. Neo has a little bit more health on him, but Higgs has time to pop the big pots. It's Jojo down below. King Neo, I'm guessing, going to try to fight Jojo because he needs something. 0 builds, 4 eliminations, has the big pot, has the minis, has no extra white health, but Zone pulls back, gives him a breather. Jojo has to push into enemy territory. None of these builds are his. He has the wood to his left, picks up 11 builds. Is it going to matter? Swings around the corner. Higgs loves seeing this. Not only has Rapid gone down early, but Higgs has every advantage to close out the win.
Yeah, double ARs, even with the cycled builds. He knows, just kind of play it carefully, layer by layer. It's going down, stops the shield from going through onto Neo, but he's on the chase. Another big shot up and down these builds, even with so little left. He's played Zone Wars for years. He knows exactly how to play these situations. Chops him down once, looking for another. Neo has height advantage, but not enough builds to hold on to it. 68 HP. Higgs is not giving him any time to pop those minis up until now, where he has to reposition. Smoothly moving through these builds here. This is essentially a Higgs game as long as he doesn't sell this one away, because Neo with no build tries to drop down. They trade shots, but Higgs gets the better of the two, gets the win. That's his second win of the game, Ozzy. But with Rapid staying alive as long as he did, does he have enough points to take first?
All I can think is, I wish I could have gone the rest of my life without seeing Silver Surfer shake ass like that. What have I just seen? Higgs with the 4 elim win. He finds a gold pistol on low ground. The one thing he didn't have was a good follow-up weapon there for the last 1v1. And Higgs is bringing it back, but Rapid got a lot of points there. Rapid did get a lot of points there as well. Yeah, so even with the win from Higgs, the 4 elim win, Rapid still has an okay-ish lead because the 1 elim 5. Rapid's consistency is ridiculous, but Higgs now having won 2 games out of 5 in set lobby solos. That is ridiculous.
Yep, from a 42-point lead to only 19. So he's chopped it down with 1 game left. So as long as he keeps it relatively close, and then you got to look at the rest of the pack. Bolt, Scare, 192, Doxy, Virgo, 176, 174. Again, it's all about keeping it relatively close. No one is going to win or lose the tournament today. So as long as you keep it close and you go in tomorrow with that confidence, you could still win. And that's $10,000, by the way.
It's $10,000, and it's bragging rights too. We have the big names all showing up at the top. We've had this, last few months of, it's Victory Cups, it's Eval Cups, none of it matters. This tournament matters. I don't want to hear any cope about this not being an important tournament. Everyone's clearly out here and trying. Clicks and now about to break inside top 30. That last game was a bit unfortunate. Ritual in 45. He's kind of seeing a breath of life here at the end of the tournament. Scroll just inside top 50. Acorn down in 57th. G-Money is in 65th. Eulogy, 70th overall. Seek, one of my picks, in top 10 in 73rd. Unfortunately, I could not have been more wrong there. And I'm loving the tourney, though. I mean, I'm loving this right now. I had some big complaints about Surge after watching EU. I don't know if it's just your casting, Jacob, but I'm having a lot more fun here on NA. That's for sure.
I think it's just the region is takes a lot more risk. Just takes a lot more risk in general in terms of fighting.
Good save.
I think EU plays a lot more calculated in terms of their aggression, while NA they're willing to take the big risk. And I think Peterbot has turned this region into a more confident fighting region, whether it's a smart fight or a dumb fight. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a more confident region in terms of taking fights, whether they should or shouldn't take them.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried here, Chad. This isn't on my end, is it? This is on Clix's end, isn't it? This is Clix's end, right? Oh, no? No? Is he lagging? What's happening here? It's on mine. Oh, it's me. Why is it on my end? I thought Clix might be lagging. I heard someone say that the storm's hitting NA, so I thought it's just weird. It's only on me. Oh, no. Is it me? No one's complaining. Wait, back? I don't even know.
I'm watching, so I mean, this is the first time it's ever even...
Yeah, it might be okay. I'm not sure. I thought
it might be the pause, unpause, like Twitch server.
Yeah, maybe. It's fine for me. Okay, yeah, it might be that, Chad. It might be that. All right. 1 game to go, though. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm loving this right now, though. I hope
Make sure you get your predictions in, y'all. Make sure you get your predictions in.
I don't want to see it run away. That's all I don't want to see.
I just want to see 2 more teams. The 3rd and 4th place. Just close the gap here somehow. Make it a 4-horse race. So no matter what happens in that last game, even if we lose 2 of our top teams, we still got a race.
Yeah, I agree. Sick.
Remember,
I
this is
raised
game
some
6 yet.
Yep.
Weird shit happened.
And
People
Rapid
sneak.
playing the
This
way
is
he
last
has,
game of the
man,
day.
it's just
It's
been pretty crazy. He's rotating early, even with not a good loadout. Just having the confidence and knowing that he will either pick up a pile of loot, an elimination, or something later in the game has just been pretty good to watch. And then Higgs just playing a solid game overall because he's just trusting in his drop spot, whether he's staying deep in zone or rotating early. He's making sure that he leaves with the exact loadout that he wants, and he's actually doing pretty good. If he clicks this time around, I like his loadout too.
I like his loadout. This might be the game. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure why it just feels like Higgs is just getting the better loot every time. It's definitely the mini game, but I mean,
Is the
Click
guy
still
that
gets all
fought
these
Peter Boy
cannons,
off
still
spawn and
gets
he's
all the
qualified?
gold,
I
so
have no
could still be
idea.
good. Chad, what happened to Click's last game? I don't mind you obviously spoiling this now. So what happened to Clicks? We were tuning into all the other players higher who were kind of like threading the surge. He got an elim in a storm and then just went down. Was it like a bad rotate? Someone held him? Like, what happened? He got jumped in a 5-tick. Yikes. Okay. Because it looked like his game was developing well. So I was kind of expecting it was either Clicks through or someone made a very stupid play and he just had died.
Down,
Yeah.
like,
And he got quad dinked by the
amount.
castle too. Okay, yeah. So
That's what I was
unfortunately,
talking about, bro.
bit of a
Some people
rough
just
one.
don't want how you. I just don't how you get aped on in a 5-tick, and it's just
Yeah.
like, what is the other guy doing to where you think
what are you doing?
where you think that's the
Yeah.
correct play? Because when you have to like win that fight and then jetpack
Uh-huh.
right away and hope you don't get beamed.
Yeah, it's just desperation. Normally someone hasn't prepared their game properly. They put themselves in a bad position and you just have to pay the price. And the worst part, again, even sometimes you win it and you still go down. Once you're in a 5-tick, like you can win the fight and just lose the war though. It's pure grief. Damn. All right, one
is
game to go,
true.
chat. One last game. It's been a fun one though.
Damn.
I have enjoyed this a lot more than even I thought I was going to. This has been good.
I know we just looked at the leaderboard, but somebody mentioned in my chat, first place is 100 points more than 6th. And
jeez.
98 more than
Yeah.
5th. So, I mean, yeah, exactly what you were saying. We
is.
just,
It's
come
Rapid
on,
and
Higgs,
Higgs.
Rapid,
Yeah.
Scared. Just keep this one competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I would be totally down if Rapid and Higgs both fully dud this game. I'm going to be so real. I love both of them. I will say this happily. I would not be mad if both of them
I'm
dud.
down
We
for
get,
that.
like,
I'm
most
down.
of the
I'm
leaderboard.
down, bro. Only a jetpack. Somebody get him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Higgs. No, we pulled. Okay, this is not Higgs' worst skin. I'll take it. You guys said female Venom. We should have guessed this one. This is this weird. I don't even know what franchise it's from. I've forgotten. I think it's from Quake, isn't it?
Quake? I think
it's Quake.
so.
It was one of the weirdest collabs we've seen from Fortnite, and they've had some weird ones, but Higgs just loves this skin for whatever reason. God knows what reason. I just want Rapid to win, bro. What's wrong with Rapid? I want Rapid to win. I like, you know, chat, you know why you might want Rapid to win? The drama. The storylines of NA. Rapid winning this just makes him like an even hotter commodity, which would just make like the snake innings even better. I'm going to be honest, for the sake of duos, if you like the drama, you probably want Rapid to win. Because it just puts even more eyes on him, you know what I mean? Like Cold Rapid, do they play Battle Royale? Venom's coming, but he's not coming yet. And Rapid's been trying to make moves to get like bolts. Do we see bolts leave Acorn? Like, trust me, Rapid winning
bolts
this
probably be crazy.
Yeah, that would be very crazy. We've seen them be extremely loyal in the past, so I mean, like, it's definitely up there. I love Acorn, but we'll see.
So Rapid and
three
bolts
teams
happens,
studio?
and then we see the return of Acorn and Cold.
Yep. Oh my, yeah, I could get behind that. I could definitely get behind that. Okay, I'm gonna put you on the line here. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Do you think Veno and Cold is gonna happen?
I think it'll happen. My question is, how long does it last?
Yeah, okay.
Because I think they're both good enough, and they're both in their own way like mature enough to make it work. But it's just a matter of does it work? Because
yeah, fair.
I don't know how much Veno likes to play the game in the sense, but obviously we know Cold doesn't have that same dedication. Veno, I don't want to say he has an attitude problem, but the way I heard him talk to Clicks, I don't think that'll work for someone like Cold.
Maybe not. Maybe not. What do we think about Scroll's loot strategy here, though? If you had to give it, like, what do we think about Scroll's strategy here? So we got the loot, like, you know, we're 50 shield, we're 100 health, we got 2 slurps, 1 mini. You know, we're progressing well here. We're gonna grab the slurp, and oh, we just hit the button.
I thought he lagged out.
I'm thinking, is that a strategy, putting loot on the button? Because I'm guessing what's happened here, Scroll, who used to not have access to scroll wheel pickup, has since changed his keybinds. I think he's probably tried to pick up the slurp and hit the button too.
Yeah, that's that's probably exactly what it was when you, because I've done that before.
Oh yeah,
but me doing it
extra loot
is not a surprise.
I just love the fact that if Scroll was still on his shitty ass cursed binds, he'd be alive right now. It's only because he finally changed his keybinds realize that he can die like that. That is super unfortunate. Is that a god bait? That's what I'm thinking. Is that a god bait? You don't get credit for the kill, but you get the loot, leaving like a really tasty piece of loot right on the button. That might be a meme strat. We might need to get like Nick or Cypher PK or like Courage on that, because that could make a clean little shot.
I'm surprised I haven't seen more people go for it with how like when it featured when it first got brought into the game. I saw a bunch of clips around social media of trying it off spawn. Yeah,
shoot it, dude. You can shoot the button and it activates too, so you can pull off some crazy stuff. You could even put a loot pile next to it and then just wait in a corner and shoot the button.
Just drop a couple builds down. Doesn't even need to be a bunch of builds. As long as people see material, ammo, and stuff, they'll think somebody got eliminated there.
Yeah. I think of who to like kind of. What the?
Tomorrow, I'll be watching Day 2 West. Today after Central, I do have to go. And then tomorrow, we'll be watching the last 6 games of West. We'll crown a champion along with Central and Ozzy.
France. It is currently 3:45 in the morning in Akira.
Damn.
Going for a dip in solo finals. You guys, I mean, the passion is unmatched.
That's
here,
why
honestly.
he's out here. Honestly, he fell asleep, took a quick nap. Oh, the game started. The game started. That was the end of the bus path.
The reverse 2K, bro. That moment was too good. When reverse was just max grinding on, falls asleep on stream in the bus. That was just, I'll never forget that, man. That was great. That was max passion out of reverse. He was fully grinding.
So Acorn with the early elim.
Oh, Acorn get elim, did he? Did I miss that? What did Acorn do? Let's see. What did Mr. Abdullah? Oh, takes down J-Sig. Why do I feel like J-Sig was somewhere else before?
Probably was.
I think J-Sig switched drops. I'm pretty sure. I don't think J-Sig was up here. Abdullah's fighting him on the mount or just slightly off it. So I think this is a new swap. He's Brutus. Oh, he's not Brutus. He's Thanos. Okay, yeah, homie has given up. This is the stuff you have to worry about at the end of day 1 and especially coming into day 2 when people just don't care anymore. Like, they really just have nothing to lose. They're just going all out. They get guaranteed money for coming. I think it's
yeah, no, 200. Yeah, 100 plays $200.
But how much do you have to go up to get the next threshold of money? It's
75,
and that's an extra $50. So 50 is 2.5 times the extra money. But oh, wait, Acorn onto Bolts. Wait, Acorn lurking onto Bolts. Any thought that this duo might potentially, be a little bit suspiciously coordinated? Acorn's already killed Bolts once today and almost lurks on him to kill him again. And there is no question in his mind. Acorn knows who this is.
Yeah,
he knows this is Bolts. There is no one else that could be down here.
He knows the skins too. That's the thing. It's his teammate. Not just his main, but all the side ones that he used. They're in calls with each other. It's just he's gonna lurk.
Not
and
right
get
now,
him back.
though, obviously not, right? It wouldn't be.
Oh, I don't know, but you just kind of know how they play in terms of like they're in calls with each other. Know exactly how they're going to play. They probably talked about solos together.
Oh yeah. Not about what their plan was, though, right?
I mean, I can see people just not caring because, like, you could,
care,
yeah, I was about to say,
trading, man. They do not care.
You can tell somebody a book, but they still have to figure out how to get it done. Ooh, don't leave your loot there, buddy.
Yeah, Higgs has been leaving he's been like squirreling his loot away. Like, I wonder if this is the thing is, again, we talk about 2-day formats. This is one of those things, like leaving loot behind, right? If people start to realize that Higgs is kind of like squirreling his loot away in these little bases and stuff, people start lurking into them. Higgs has extremely good awareness, but that's the kind of stuff you go and hit the VOD, you pull out day 2 that could really mess people up. Like, again, Peterbot in the VOD review on Acorn's trio, knowing where Acorn sits underneath that specific island in the metal base over near the dam. Things like that. Like, when you hit the VODs between multiple day tournaments, you can really find some crazy strats.
What's up, Ramirez? How you doing today?
Turn your tournament around. Oh, Bolt's in the fishing again. I haven't seen Bolt's Mythic Pistol once, though. I don't know if his RNG is a little bit off, but he's getting good fish, but he just doesn't seem to be getting the pistol, which is so nice to get from the fishing.
Yeah, it's just perfect zone for him to do that, too. Not very many people are going to go onto the mountain and see him fishing out there, and then it's just relatively close. He just rotates to the west, to the south. He's already there.
Doxy on 176 points. This is going very much under the radar for me. How much earnings does Doxy have? I don't know much about this player. In 5th place right now, signed to Void Esports. What's his total earnings of all time? 2,300 earnings total. Okay.
And I know he's played in some of the community events I've hosted, like with Elite, and he's actually he's won some of them. So
Okay, my man says he's a grinder. I like that. Okay, he's got some solo experience, and that, I mean, that's some of the best practice you can get when it comes to these kind of events. Again, just any kind of set lobby solos, they're just so rare. If you do some custom,
I didn't pick a winner. Ozzy picked Higgs, but I knew Higgs and Rapid. One of those two were doing it good. And they were the only two names I mentioned, and they're both first and second.
Off Shadow, so he's probably a lot happier and more comfortable this game again as well. I wish Salt didn't fall a little bit further down the leaderboard. I was loving cheering on Salt. 159, but I think that's been two pretty rough games in a row. As Clicks and Higgs just still both chilling inside Carmen Land. This zone should be a good one. And Clicks, there we go. He might have heard me talking smack about the icon skin. He puts his own icon skin back on. Let's go.
I just don't know what he's doing. In a lot of these games, it almost seems like he's like down on surge or late to rotate. So I'm just wondering, like right now, you have a great zone for you. You got 144, 3 medkit slurps. It looks like he has extra bigs. But why are you sitting in a bush instead of rotating south to beat other teams on the rotation? So if we watch later in this game and Clicks is being held outside of zone or something like that, I look back at moments like this.
Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, it also comes like the storm strategy is clearly working for Higgs. Higgs is doing the same thing. Higgs will stay here. It's what we saw in the Heats. Clicks tried to emulate the same strategy that Higgs pulled off, and it just didn't seem to fit him. He even talked on stream. He felt anxious. He just was second guessing everything. It just wasn't in his natural, comfortable play style. So I think it works in this meta with the Storm here. Higgs has clearly proven that, but I do agree. Clicks, I said it when I was doing my predictions. I'm more confident in Clicks finishing top 10 if he doesn't try to play the way Higgs does and he tries to just develop a normal game plan. But we'll see. 99 points hasn't gone bad by any means. Last game, by the sounds of what chat said, should have been a good one, and unfortunately got kind of keyed on backside. But that could have been from staggering the rotates a little bit as well. Like you said, you never know. It's kind of the butterfly wings, right? It all has a ripple effect.
And realistically, they could probably do that again here. He has 3 med kits. He has the slurps. He can just wait for this zone to close and then rotate to the next one after that.
Ooh. Rapid, no jet. We haven't seen this once today, I feel like. I don't think we've once tuned into a player high on the leaderboard who is running no jetpacks, crash pads only. 5 crash pads, not even full shield. Has the 2 slurps. Again, not the best loadout.
This is a replay mode, so technically it's not live. It's 8-minute delay.
It's a good loadout, not great, and he makes it work. But I have not seen him play with the crash pads only. That's going to be very different here.
And this is one of the first times where his drop spot is the zone. That is literally where he drops. So just like you talk about Virgo, once you get the drop, sometimes it does things. This could be one of those games. But Rapid's been playing so well, I think this might be like kind of the opposite. Instead of you getting the zone and it hurting you, I think him getting the zone. And since he got the zone and has crash pads, it's not that hard. As long as the 50-50 pulls in his favor, I think there's going to be no worries with those jetpacks. Or not having the jetpack.
I was looking to see if he actually probably left the jetpack, because the crash pad's value goes up the further into the game you are. Once you're on deep rotating zones, the crash pad is better, and he knows that he's pulled zones here, so he might have actually elected to run the crash pad.
Exactly, actual. Thank you.
Zone. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a deliberate decision, as he's 400 above. Ooh. He's got no reason to have to move because of zone. I think he actually prefers having the crash pads here, as Bolts is still chilling, 400 above. Higgs should be like 300 above. 332, nice.
That's better than I actually thought he was going to be.
Scare is exactly 332 as well. It didn't change. I don't think that's a visual glitch. I think it's exactly the same amount of surge. How's Doxy looking? 372. Wow, again. I mean, maybe it's just our top players. I mean, it's obviously probably a factor of the top players have figured out surge. That's why they're doing so well today. But I do also think they are figuring out surge more and more, better and better as the day progresses. It's the same players who seem to always be very comfortable on surge.
And it also could be as well, like, he didn't do that much damage, but compared to everybody else, he also didn't take that much damage because he's on the north side of the map. So even though it's like 300 something plus, it doesn't necessarily mean he's done 300 damage, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I kind of want to pause this and count. I'm not going to do it now, but I wonder if there's actually more people in Storm than Zone. It's very close. Damn. It is very close to having more people in Storm than me trying to count.
50-50 at this point.
We might get started. Yeah, okay, just you can do that, can you? It's like Rain Man strat. Higgs is 147 builds. He's still max mats, and he's staggering here. Clicks is staggering here. This is what they do, Jacob. This is the meta, bro. You got to adapt, man. This is how they do it. This is why Clicks is chilling here too.
And they both have 3 extra medkits each. 3 extra medkits.
And I wonder if they have gold as well. Patch up could help too. And the zone pulls back towards them. They get to just waltz their way into the zone. And Salt, another player very high on the leaderboard in a similar situation, but in enemy territory here. I was about to say he probably thinks he's safe, but Little does he know, he's got not only one, but two players here, both set up in big bases, healthy. Sold should know, anytime you walk near Wonky Land, there's probably going to be at least one person still here, if not two. He's going back to all their loot. I think he just walked past. Oh, yeah, there's Make It right there as well. Walk past the Make It. He bought a slurp and pops the slurp to go. So Soul doesn't want to stagger as long. He pops the slurp, doesn't wait, but he's turned himself into a bit of a Kovacs course here for Higgs, but Higgs only now starts shooting. I was about to go look at what Higgs was doing, but a bit late on the uptake, but gets a couple tags.
And you could tell, like, even with him, that med kit that you saw, he just wanted to get what he wanted and just rotate. In head, he's just worried about timing, and you know as well as I do, timing in most moments can be crucial as Rapid finds himself 21 from almost 400 above the threshold to 20 below. And now he's just on the hunt. Even though he betters his position inside of the zone, he just now needs the opportunity to find the shots. One tag is all he needs.
The slurp's missing, so we can figure out how he got himself in this. Oh,
is there a way I can do it with y'all? What do you mean?
I think
Higgs again, Mick? Okay.
Assumably taken a few hundred
we do have
damage,
a prediction
or Storm
up.
Surge was completely wrong and it was just a visual bug. I don't know, but he's got the one crash pad now. He's on the edge. He's trying to hold people who are already trying to make their way across this edge, but it's just not looking great. He just doesn't have that many sight lines. There's people in front of him, but he's in a really low elevation position. No one behind him has to move. He got here a little bit slow, so everyone's already based up now. It's looking pretty brutal for Rapid. He might be able to keep himself up for this zone, but unless he gets a lot of tags and plays the next rotate perfect, I'm really scared for him.
Yeah, luckily he does have that bush kind of built. Looking at teams, Vibes is already getting targeted out by bolts. He's just joining in. Whether or not Rapid gets the elimination, he's just hoping for a single shot of damage to connect anywhere around. And now it's honestly almost best case scenario, 36 above, but you can kind of see the pull. He's not the one in the furthest pull, so a lot of those players are going to have to rotate before Rapid does, and that's where he's going to get Storm Surge. So now, seeing the zone and how everything's playing out, I'm not too worried for Rapid here.
I'm not worried about getting the damage. I'm worried if he then makes the next rotate and then can avoid the damage. That's what kind of scares me. He does have that sightline break down the river, especially as the crash pad, but yeah, he could kind of head under the bridge and cut left, but yeah, we'll see. I'm a bit more worried. I'm not as optimistic as you. We'll see. Maybe Higgs is similarly struggling. Wait, Higgs only 61 above, going through the last of his chug jug and the slurp. I mean, I sound like I'm sad. This is exactly what I asked for, but now that I'm getting it, I kind of feel bad. Higgs and Rapid might be stumbling, closing out game 6 with their worst games, as we have the balloon right now between Higgs and Click separating them. Maybe this is Click's chance to have a good game, but Bolt's also not looking too healthy. He's on that same rotate as Rapid. He has the jetpack though, and did Rapid get his damage? No, 108 below, and it's Rapid versus Acorn. Two of the best IGLs on NA going at it. Who's got the better fighting ability?
All of our top 4 seemingly struggling at this point in the game. 104 below. Even with an opportunity with Acorn there, I think Rapid knows getting up this hill, up this mountain, with or without that elimination is going to be a nightmare. So might as well start to rotate first. Good flank on the Virgo. And with more and more players rotating up the mountain, this might be his only opportunity here to try to attack anybody in this scenario. Tenya is going to be the one that he sets his eyes on, gets the piece control and the shot to fire through, but he's so far below that damage threshold. Even with that elimination, Rapid is not done yet.
I mean, the 3 big pots almost hold more value than the Elim at this point. He didn't get that much damage, but then gets another tag on the G-Money. Rapid holding on. Just skating by the skin of his teeth. 12 above. He has those 3 big pots, 4 minis. I mean, the pressure's on, and Rapid just delivers. G-Money, a good player. He steps up with that great pump and gets the damage he needs. Higgs now Higgs is 45 below. All of our top players struggling right at the very end. It's actually Clicks that Higgs has eyes on, so they could both stumble here, but the pressure's on. Who's going to handle it better? Rapid has rose to the occasion. He's not out of the fire just yet, but Higgs goes down outside of placement. A 0-point game from Higgs to close out day 1. That is disastrous, and if Rapid handles the pressure, we don't have a 2-horse race, Jacob. This might be the World Cup. It might be Booga Runaway here for Rapid.
Yeah, started the game with a 19-point lead. Thanks to that elimination, a 0-point game coming out from Higgs. It's already been increased to 22 and still counting because of the placements, but he's 71 below the damage threshold. This is Rapid's chance to literally start to run away with this one. Or he can crumble and give everybody a little bit of a chance. 281, still collecting points with players that do fall all around him. Epic Whale goes down to Chari. Just trying to pop the big pot. Top himself off here, so that way he can look in the backside of zone, almost risk-free, and try to land the shots. One's going to connect, but still 10 below. Rapid, He's one player that, man, once you give him an opportunity, give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. And I think this is his chance right now with Higgs going down when he did.
I mean, I wanted to see him hit a few more of those shots in the sky. They were straight vertical tracking over his head, which can be a little bit tough. But 75 above, he's gone up a little bit here. 71 builds looks good. There's only one player has to go down, though, so I don't think Surge is a huge issue. I think Higgs, unfortunately, might be sitting back and watching Rapid run away with this one. Bolt, 94 builds. We got Scare still up there on the leaderboard as well. Virgo's gone down. Yomzo still in here, 144. I was going to see where Clicks is, but Hari goes down to Yomzo. Can I find Clicks really quickly? This should be a good comeback game for Clicks, unless I missed it. 102 builds. Again, I don't know what it is. It's the story of this duo. If Higgs stumbles, Clicks rises to the occasion. We just can't seem to have both of them close out a big game. But it's still eyes on Rapid. 59 builds. He's got the jetpack. Only has 4 uses left. That should be enough to make it through these last few zones, but he's still trying to get something on his backside. This is why Rapid is so good at solos. He doesn't rest. He doesn't wait for it to come to him. He makes the opportunities. Rapid had 45 builds. Most players would be comfortable just rotating with that, but Rapid thinks he can get a bigger refresh on backside, and he does.
Yeah, he's not a waiter. He's a creator. Instead of waiting for those moments, like you said, he just creates opportunities. And he's somebody, hey, if you put him in the driver's seat, he's going to drive away. And right now, 300 plus points. With Higgs going down in a 0-point game, he's just increasing that value. 45 plus already. 46 now. He's on 301. 47. Rapid is just accumulating a point right now. He's just opening up that gap. Top 28 situation here. Everybody in the lobby, not just Higgs anymore, even Bolt, who's still alive, desperately needs Rapid to go down. Otherwise, they're going to need a miracle tomorrow, and that's something that you can't hope for. It's not Christmas anymore.
Over 80 points clear of any other player alive in the lobby in a 6-game solo format is absurd. Rapid still looking for more, though. Again, he has everything he needs to keep playing this game out, to have a good game, but Rapid isn't aiming for good games. He's aiming for great. We talked about it earlier today. It's what separates the best players from the rest. They go for the refreshes when they still have the material and the ability to do so. They're not kind of waiting until they're on 3 builds on low ground. Rapid is still constantly looking for something, and top 25, you have to think he's going to get at least the top 10 here unless someone puts a stop to him. It's Yomzo who's below him. That's a player who could make a big play. I see Chavi who's top 5 right now. Taki's still in this. There's big names, but it's just still all eyes on Rapid as Muzz gets an elim. Yeah,
and I feel like it's just more than just money considering it's Rapid. This is possibly the option to cause roster mania yourself and almost have a pick and choose of the duo. Is a nice shot's going to connect. He turns and takes down Golden as well. That was a whole different player than what he was originally going after. I think that was Alongo on the other side trying to steal away some of the loot. He might not have any, but Rapid quickly repositioning, knowing the zone is going up and over the mountain across the river. He's trying to plan accordingly. Layer after layer, Rapid is just smoothly moving through these builds, making it look easy before he pauses here, recollects himself, and heals up.
I mean, he's got 22 builds left to his name. It doesn't sound like a lot, but compared to most people in the lobby, with him still being on front side here, it's a very good position. Tanks a few tags to get this space. He now has room to work with. Assumes that someone's going to be running around this corner, and this is the awareness from Rapid. This is what he knows. He knows all the Shambles players with no mat will be funneled down onto that low ground. He can take this protected peak. Clicks is back there. Ritual is back there. Here's his backside's getting broken in on. Not too much pressure. 7 builds. He does a lot of damage, but can't find the refresh. But all these players are going down. This is another top 10 for Rapid. He's about to close out 6 games of set lobbies with an average top 5 placement, but he gets jumped on. The pressure comes out from behind, gets the refarm on the tree. It's enough to keep him going. Danbot goes down above him. Does he go for the edit? He doesn't. Rapid happy to sit here and just milk the placement now. He can't find the refresh. Jumps in on Scare. Scare gets away, and Rapid repositions. He's just too good, Jacob.
Yeah, he's just really thinking outside of the box and knowing that, hey, it's all about the placement points. Eliminations, those will fall in my hands as long as I play accordingly. Sphinx on high ground. You see Yamzo. You see so many players kind of stuck in the middle as the zone pulls off the side of the mountain as Rapid takes down Yamzo. 331 and counting. His 4th elimination of this game. This boy has laced up his Nikes and he is going on a run up until that one gets cut short. That's Sean that takes him down. That's a top 5 finish though for Rapid yet again.
Sphinx started the tournament strong, kind of went off the rails in the middle, but he's bringing it back here at the end. Sphinx on the high ground, top 3. Kaki's down below. No, it's Vert. Vert is going to get that elim at Sphinx versus Vert. 62 versus 209. This means a lot more for Sphinx, but Vert was a potential favorite coming into today, didn't live up to it. Sphinx only has 2 builds. 1 build needs to find an angle, needs to find the pump. Vert has 3 builds. He's burning through them. Sphinx playing very composed right now, forcing Vert to use those last builds. Gets the tree, gets the build, but misses the shot. Sphinx tries to swing. He hits the follow-up, but he can't hit the pump, and that's often the decision maker, and Vert gets a win after a very rough tournament. If I can do the math, I'm pretty sure Vert was on almost 0 points until that 4 elimination win. But Sphinx with a good last game, but man, Jacob, I think we have a runaway. I mean, it's a whole day,
crazy.
6 more games, but compared to EU, NA's leaderboard is looking extremely not close.
Was it
Oh my
332? Almost gapping by 100 points. That's 80. That's
Wow.
70, 77, I think.
Oh,
That's
Vert
just quick
was on
maths.
point bug. Thank you. I was like, there's no way Vert's done that bad. I was like, I swear he's doing okay. I was like, I swear I saw Vert like around top 15. Thank you. Again, I'm trusting Fortnite too much here. Sorry. Putting some respect back on Vert's name. But Rapid on 332. Average placement 5.5. Average elim 2.5. So no crazy aggression, but it's almost more impressive to place this highly without constant refreshes.
Yeah, 12th place being his worst game so far is absolutely insane. So he's getting points for every single one of his games. Higgs was kind of on track. Even with a 67th and a 17th, Higgs was able to get 2 different game wins, 11 total eliminations through those games. It's just unfortunate. The 53rd, 0 points, that's typically what happens in tournaments when somebody is having a hot streak like Higgs was having.
Yeah, and then Bolt's in 3rd, 240, brought it back. His only bad game, the game that he went down to his duo mate Acorn on the mountain. You have to think with his average points of what? We're at 40 average points here. He would have been much, much higher. Could have been up there around that high 200s, potential 300, challenging Rapid. Scare in 4th, holding it down for Controller Gang. Sphinx with that last game, 2nd, jumping back up to top 5. Vert with the win. In 6th, Chavi, Muzz, Virgo, Iomzo. Like, the top 10 is unbelievably stacked. And if Rapid stumbles, someone will catch up to him. But he just looks too consistent. Yeah, I love the gameplay out of him as well. Unless he gets contested, which I would hate to see, he just progresses his early and mid game too well. Every zone, he's got 2 different positions he likes to go. We've seen him on that kind of northeast position up here, or we see him play the southwest, depending on which way he thinks zone's going. And he just looks unbeatable.
Yeah, and I'm not too surprised of how the leaderboard is shaking out. I would say Xavi kind of surprising me a little bit in terms of I think he has the chance and the arsenal, the gameplay and the skill to place well, but just how consistently can you do it? I think he surprised me the most, but Rapid being able to run away in that last game, most particularly, and how well Higgs was doing, because we saw Higgs' loadout, Chug Jug, 3 slurps, the extra med kits before he finally made that rotation in towards zone. It's just the timing of when he finally made that rotation. He gets tagged up, having to burn through not only his materials, but his hills. Meanwhile, Rapid in a similar boat, but Rapid actually picked up key eliminations, not only to get the siphon for the HP, but the materials that mattered so much, man. He just played that last game so much better than Higgs did.
He played it well. I mean, he's also not playing Storm. He's one of the only players who's not playing Storm pretty much at all. He really only staggers back in Storm when he needs to just hit a jetpack rotate, but he's not playing Storm necessarily. So it's cool to watch. I think Rapid's made this very fun. Unfortunately, if he keeps playing this well, he's going to make the end of tomorrow less fun, but there's still a lot of money on the line. Let's not pretend it's not Ricky Bobby. It's not first or last. Second still gets $8,000, which is not that different from first. Let's be real. This prize pool's top heavy, but $8,000 still great. $6,000, $5,000. I wouldn't say no.
And
now,
I like
Jacob,
how everyone inside of the top, or every placing inside of the top 10 is different money, which I like.
Oh, yeah, it is. No, yeah, exactly. Everyone gets a little bit. Now, are you watching West?
Not tonight. I got UFC is on. Anybody that knows it's the first pay-per-view of the year. UFC is on. I got Patty the baddies fighting. Sean O'Malley's fighting. I got to go down and watch it before the main. But tomorrow I will be doing kind of the same thing, casting, making sure we crown the last solo series winner. So I kind of got blessed that it is 2 days instead of 1.
I respect. Okay, well, Jacob, thank you for joining me, bro. I'm going to peace out because I'm 9 hours deep. I'll be seeing you again tomorrow for NA.
Yep, I was about to ask you, same time tomorrow, brother. Thank you.
I appreciate it, bro. That was so much fun. Genuinely, thank you, dude. That made that so much more exciting. Much love, dude. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Same time, same energy. Let's go.
Yeah, same time. See you, Jacob.
Adios. All right, stream for Ozzy has ended. Yo, this has actually been such a great night. Harps, I am not going to watch West tonight. We're going to be ending the stream here in just a moment. We got a couple of recaps of what we're going to do. We're going to see out some of the clips because we did get some clips for today, but it is what it is. Lotto, I just want to say, hold up real quick. Thank you guys all for the follows. If anybody came from Ozzy's stream and stuff like that, most of you guys probably did, but thank you so much for the follows. We got Ryder, we got Lotto, we got Kronos, we got Fearless, Blitz, Titchy, Vidney, Saf, Two Sides, Bronze, Jazz, Zay, aka Nathan, even like devs like watch stream. All of you guys came in, you guys popped out, you guys supported the stream, subbed up. So thank you guys so much for just supporting your boy, man. I have dreams of maybe one day being able to do this kind of longer instead of getting off and having to divide my time everywhere with a real life job. Maybe one day we can do this officially, but it takes all of you guys out there. One follow, just tuning in, even if you're lurking, it truly makes the difference. So just know I appreciate every single one of y'all, that even if you spend a second, even if you type one message, even if you type one letter in chat, even if you send me a message on private that nobody else sees besides me and you, it truly makes the difference. And just so you guys know, Ozzy today has made the stream special. Ozzy is somebody that I feel like just continuously surprises me in terms of how he treats me in such a great and loving and supportive way. So shout out to Ozzy Antics. Shout out to everybody in here, whether you type or lurk, just know you have a special place in my heart. But let's see. Before I end the stream, let's see. This is the clip that I got. I don't know when I hit this button, but you guys need to tell me, is this clip post worthy? Should I post this on social media or should I keep this in the vault? Let's check it out real quick. Let's check it out together. Let's check it out.
The big pot has the minis, has no extra white health, but Zone pulls back, gives him a breather. Jojo has to push into enemy territory. None of these builds are his. He has the wood to his left, picks up 11 builds. Is it going to matter? Swings around the corner. Higgs loves seeing this. Not only has Rapper gone down early, but Higgs has every advantage to close out the win.
Yeah, double ARs, even with the cycled builds, he knows, just kind of play it carefully, layer by layer. It's going down, stops the shield from going through onto Neo, but he's on the chase. Another big shot up and down these builds, even with so little left. He's played Zone Wars for years. He knows exactly how to play these situations. Chops him down once, looking for another. Neo has have height advantage, but not enough builds to hold on to it. 68 HP. Higgs has not given him any time to pop those minis up until now, where he has to reposition. Smoothly moving through these builds here. This is essentially a Higgs game as long as he doesn't sell this one away, because Neo with no build tries to drop down. They trade shots, but Higgs gets the better of the... How was that really? See, it was post-worthy, Eshi? It was post-worthy? Okay. Okay.
Yomzo breaks inside top 10, gets another elim in the feed, but all eyes on Rapid. 205 points. He's taken down second, so how much of a buffer can he put between him and Higgs?
Really what matters right now, and you can see him just trying to play his calm, cool, collected, dropping down on the outside, saving the material for when he gets to the bottom. He's seeing a whole war go down on the other side, finally peeking, getting one of those eliminations there from Taki. That's his only second one of the game, but it's those siphon mats that he's after. Chari barely staying alive, but he quickly goes down to Ritual. Final four situation. There's so much pressure coming down from above, but Rapid and even Ritual, they don't have a chance to look up. All three of the other solos are all smushed together with high ground, really not having to worry about anything. And now Zavi's getting taken out, but Rapid once again steals another elimination here late in the game, grabbing the siphon, keeping himself alive. Ritual from down below. Oh my god, Rapid just takes down another big name in his path. Can he win another game in the solo series?